get it. Get to know what it. Here rise of a trophy. Na, 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 na. Want to get it. Get to know what it. Never satisfied, no matter how they try. Oh, they could wish they had somewhere like us. Oh shit, you guys are here already. I was over here in the mice. Hey Lisa, how are you? Mwah. Hey Sophie, I'm good, good. I was good. Been talking to my DJ friends for a while. They had to tell me what I needed to get to make the sound better. I have to get this piece tomorrow. I looked on the website and they have it. So I got 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I gotta go down there and get it. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Yeah, that's all good. Gotta keep the energy popping. Some of them wish they had. Hey Nicole, how you doing? You heard me singing? Tonight's the night. I used to sing reggae back in the day. I used to sing reggae back in the day with my cousin. How you doing, Kitty? It comes. Say it together. Yes, Nicole, thank you for your donation. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Oh, baby, I love your way every day. I just finished singing a whole pile of songs, so I was listening to some of these songs on TikTok when I was looking at my friends DJ. There's like millions of songs in the world, man. Sometimes you think you heard it all and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I definitely am. I'm the guy. So tomorrow I gotta go get my piece to hook up my I gotta hook up my piece. I gotta go get that piece tomorrow. Gotta spend more money on this damn thing. I should have known better to get that damn piece eventually, but gotta go get this piece tomorrow. Talk to my friends if I can get a discount. Yeah, I have a channel. I have a DJ channel on here, yeah, but it's not. I need more subscribers in order to go live because I just started it this year. I don't even think there's that much music on it, to be honest. I'm more on TikTok, but I would love to like get more subscribers on here and play music. Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah. Nicole, you said, can you tell me what Mark thinks of you? All right. Well, I would say that this person is someone who is like this person is temporarily like distracted by maybe you or by other people, but I don't feel like this person has any type of feelings whatsoever for you. I feel like this person is frustrated, they're like worried, they're not a person that shows any affection. That's if they don't know you. If they do know you, right? Then I would say that they think you might be too confident for them, or you might be too strong for them, so they don't really want to offer anything to you. So it's either two things. If they know you, right? If they really know you and you've exchanged energy, like hi, hello, what's up, then I would say that this person is kind of scared of you because they think you're too confident and you're too like you have too much like courage, or you're like you look like you have too much energy for them, or they just probably wouldn't really gel with you. But if they don't know you and never spoke to you ever, then I would say that they don't really feel anything for you. And I feel like they're so like distracted in their own life, and he probably thinks that there's too much differences between you and him to be together or to even think about that. So I get a lot of frustration with this person, very indecisive. They don't know what to do. I don't think they're gonna offer you any dates, or I don't think they're gonna like go on a date with you or anything like that. And if they have, then they probably won't do it again. So there's numerous things here. But I would say he doesn't really think much of you if he doesn't even know you like that. But if you have talked, then he probably thinks you're too much for him. That makes so much sense. All right, good. Like I don't see this person like doing more than what they've done. Put it that way. They won't like proceed to ask you out or anything. I think that they're like, very indecisive or scared of you. I got the strength card for you. So that means like a lot of people say that's the Leo card, but some people say it's just a woman that, to me, it's a woman that has strength and courage, and she controls her situation. She controls her life, and she's fine on her own, and she can make everything happen. She's confident. She shows action. She like takes over like a room and she walks in. She knows her shit. So if you're like that, he's probably like scared to be with you. Probably because his name is Marc and not Mark like me. If his name was Mark like me, he would like you. Mark, not Mark. He'd be a G like me. I like women like that. I like a confident woman. Well, that's a whole nother question. So being in a relationship soon, it depends on you. It depends on, if you meet somebody decent and you let them in, it depends on what you want to do. The key to being in a relationship soon is like whatever we think soon is, a month, 2 months, 3 months. So to be in a relationship, you got to have energy in between somebody first. See, asking a question like that is like, it don't make sense, because if you don't actually have exchanged energy between you and another human being, then the cards will just pick up regular shit. It'll just tell you like whatever, you know? So like when you actually start like exchanging energy with a man, and you like go on a date, that's when you ask like, is this gonna work out between me and Mark, or me and somebody, or me and whoever? So to answer that question, it wouldn't even be no like, it won't make no sense. You see what I mean? There has to be, I keep telling people, there has to be an exchange of energy between two people in order to get that question answered. You know, I mean, you can ask the question, but it's just going to tell me like people that look at you and say, yeah, I would like to be in a relationship with her, you know, and that's just like bullshit energy. It's good to like get in a date with somebody and actually exchange energy, go to dinner, and then you can say, hey, I met this guy. His name is so and so, and I want to know, will there be a relationship in the future for us? That's my advice to you, to ask that type of question. And I advise that to everyone who wants to ask that question. It's good to always get, it's good to get exchanged energy first. And other advice I can give you is stay single. It's less stress. Because everybody I know that's in a relationship or married, they're like, Mark, you married, bro? Nope. You got kids? Nope. You're a smart man. That's what they say to me. You're a smart man, brother. And I was like, well, my life is good, so I ain't got to worry. Less stress, the better. I love women, and I would love to be in a relationship. I would love to be married. I would love to have kids, but for a man, we have a longer period to do it in. But to me, I don't worry. I have 6 nephews. I help raise them all. I'm 49 years old. I really don't care. If I get into a relationship, I get into a relationship. It don't bother me. It has to be a good one, though. And I won't be getting married no time soon. I'm not one of those guys who meet you today, have sex with you tomorrow, and get married next week. No, 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 no. You broke? Nah, I ain't married. Exactly. I was talking to this guy today. I meant to go to this store to get a monitor, a computer monitor for my nephew. He says, hey, Uncle Mark, can you take me to the shop? I need to get a new monitor. No, no. So I was like, yeah, sure. And the guy at the counter was saying, um, man, I got a house and I was doing this. I got to fix that. I got to fix this. And I was like, yeah, join the club, bro. That's what I do for a living. He goes, oh, really? I said, yep. I've done that my whole life. I said, I live in a big ass house and it's a lot of work. Some days I wish I didn't live here so I don't have to do all of it. And some days I say to myself, well, I'll just do a little bit at a time. You can't always do all of it all one time. And it's too expensive to hire people to do things. You'd be spending way too much money. We just renovated the bathroom a couple months ago, back in February or March. And it was like thousands of dollars we soaked into that. My sister put into that bathroom. This is my sister's house, but I live in the apartment. But I work on the house, so it costs a lot of money. Like this house is 30 years old, right? 32 years old to be exact. And it's like, it's a lot of work. I can't do that thing. My voice is all messed up from going crazy earlier. I forgot to ask my damn I forgot to ask my what you call it. my nephew to do it. I'm gonna record him doing it. For a house in Bermuda, that's not that old. It's not that old. My parents' house is 100 years old, and it's built out of limestone. This house is built out of concrete, solid granite block. So this thing ain't going nowhere no time soon. So 32 years old is new. Yeah, that's not old. Yeah, that's not old. Yeah, for in Bermuda, that's not old. And my mom's house is 100 years old because they bought it. It was already old, and we fixed it all up. So you can make an old house, new again. That's what we do. That's what we did to my mom and dad's house. My mom and dad's house, we put a new bathroom, we put a master bathroom in there, garage, new extended the kitchen. A couple years ago, I renovated the entire house except for the master bedroom because it was new, right? The garage is like 40 years old now, and the garage is in perfect condition because I see the key to having old things is to maintain it so it stays new as can be. A house only gets old if you allow it to go old. But for instance, this house is 32 years old, but you wouldn't think so because I maintain it. I've been I've been living in this house for 15 years, so I fixed it up so it looks brand new. Hey, Mountain, how you doing? Yeah, we replaced all the windows. Um, we replaced a lot of the electrical already, plumbing here and there. We redid everything. We put a new pool. We put a pool in here. We renovated the bathroom this year, like I said. We put it was carpet all through the bottom of the house. We put tile everywhere. Um, I renovated the kitchen. I put pot lights in every ceiling in the house. I was crawling through the roof for a whole week. I had to run all new wiring, make the holes for the pot lights. I bust my ass in this damn house, making it better. I replaced a lot of the electrical here. I put pretty much all new electrical here. No, I didn't do that part. No, I've done a roof before, but not this one. Yeah, but I have built roofs. You're doing well. Good to hear, Mom. Yeah, I know how to build a house from start to finish. I know how to read plans. I know how to put electrical in a house from start to finish, right from the deck right up to the telephone pole. Put the pipe there, and they can do the rest. I can pipe everything, wire everything. I can do a whole panel, whole house from start to finish, no problem. Easy peasy. I've been doing it for a long, long time. Since I was 22, I started doing electrical. So I've been doing electrical for 27 years. And I've had my own business for 20 years. So I've been doing it forever. But I would say the last 3 years, I haven't done any big jobs because I refuse to do it because everyone's complaining about the price of wire, about the price of the job. They don't want to get charged all this money. So they give you a budget and say you have to go buy this. So you make the bare minimum because of the materials are so high priced, they want your labor to come down. They want to compensate for the price of the electrical. The price of the electrical has nothing to do with me. You got to go to the place and ask them or bring it in yourself, cheaper. But people don't want to go through all of that. See, so they want you to go through it all and pay you less as the contractor. So once they started doing that a couple years ago, I was like, no, no. And you also need like a certain, now you need like a degree or a paper to say that you're an official electrician. And so all the older guys like me are like, no, no, that's wrong, because you've been passing our jobs for years and now you want us to go get certified. Like, are you crazy? So a lot of people are like doing jobs and getting their friends to come pass it. It's the stupidest shit in the world. Like, that's disrespectful to all the like older guys like me who don't want to go back to school just to get a certificate to say you're an electrician. Like, I'm already an electrician, and you as the inspector passed my jobs for the past 20 years. So why do I need a paper for it? You should automatically give it to me because I've passed your inspections. So I, made off about that, and they still won't change. So it's very annoying. They started that law like 2 years ago. So a lot of people are pissed. Okay, Lisa, take care. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. A lot of people got to get certified now that in their 50s and 60s, and they just don't want to do it. So now I just do like regular maintenance jobs, and I'll do like a little electrical jobs here and there, but I'm not allowed to like actually do electrical contracting like big jobs and get it passed because I'm not like, I don't have certification. Everybody tells me go get it. I mean, it'll be easy if I get it. I'll pass the test, no problem. But I just can't be bothered, to be honest. I just don't want to do it. I actually want to try and do other things because I just don't do electrical. I do everything. I do everything. I tile. I can do carpentry. I can do masonry. I can do a lot of things. I can do painting. I refurbish things, old things, and make them look new. I do a lot of shit. So anything to do with the house, I can do it. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, to be honest, man. Because I'm at the age now at 49 where I don't want to work hard no more. I've been working hard since the age of 12. You know what I mean? I've been busting my ass for years, and the last 20 years since I've had my own business, I've worked harder now than I've ever worked in my life. So I started my business when I was 29, and here I am 20 years later, and my body's like falling apart from working so hard. And I can say it's worth it because I can go work when I want to now. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing enough jobs where I can pay my bills and be happy, and I don't really live amongst my means, so I don't have to worry about that. So I walked away from a lot of things in my life you know to make things better. Yeah, I pushed really hard the last few years for sure. I did a lot of big jobs in the last 10 years, and it filled my pockets and made me happy. So I think I bust my ass enough now because I don't want to be like my dad. My dad worked right up until he was 75, and he bust his ass, and then 7 years later he passes away. So, and he could barely walk. So like he always worked too much. So I don't want to end up like that if I live that long. You know what I mean? I want to be able to like not work at 75. Hell no. So I'm slowed down a lot. I would say last year and this year I haven't really worked extremely hard where I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking die. Like I don't really work like extremely hard anymore. I work hard every now and then when I need to, but I don't really want to. I'm tired of working hard, man. I'm had enough. Like I can barely walk sometimes. Yeah, see, that's crazy. Like I don't know how they do it, man. My dad drove the day he died. My dad was 82, and the day he died, he drove that morning to the grocery store and back. And later on that afternoon, he passed away. So I don't want to end up like him, like I don't want to end up working right up until 75, but he had to, because the life in Bermuda is very expensive, and they don't really care about the seniors. You get a pension and all that shit, but it's not enough to live. Your pension is just for your medical insurance. Between you and your wife, your insurance is gonna eat all your pension money pretty much, and then groceries and shit is expensive as hell. So by the time you pay for groceries and your insurance, your pension's gone. So you gotta have money to pay the other bills in your bank account. You gotta have a fat bank account in order to live decent in your 80s now, in your 70s. That's bullshit, man. You were promised when you were young that you were gonna like retire at 65 and everything was gonna be great for you. Now let me tell you, hey Barbie, good evening, sweetie. I watched my parents struggle when they stopped working. And they were like, I hope that I don't have to sell my house. And we were like, no, no. When they started talking like that, I didn't know how much money they had in their bank. But when we found out, we were like, well, that's still a good bit. Like, what are you worried about? You know? So my dad was like, oh, that's what you think. And I was like, listen to me, Dad. Before my dad died, I guaranteed him that last year and this year, when he started talking like he couldn't make it no more, like he was running out of money or something, I told him, myself, from now on, I'm gonna pay for the cable bill. My sister's gonna pay for the internet. I'm gonna do all the work around here for free. I have anyway. He used to give me money like every now and then to pay for like materials, but I wouldn't let him pay me for my labor. It's my parents, for Christ's sake. But they always used to give me money. One time they put a couple $100 in an envelope and put it in my car and then called me and said I was there. And then I just used the money to go buy shit for them again. My mom does it now. She gets mad, right? So when my mom gives me money, I just buy shit and bring it to her. Like today, I went to this bargain place and I got like paper towel. I got those damp rig things you put inside to take out the dampness out of your closets. I got steaks, burgers, because it's a holiday weekend here, right? And you guys also have a holiday weekend in the States. So I bought a whole pile of stuff for her. And I said I bought her water, all sorts of things she needs. And I won't allow my mom to like have that worry about money like my dad did. You know, I always wanted my dad and my mom to feel like they never needed, money. So thank God I'm blessed to have enough to help them. You know what I mean? And I think every person should be like that for their parents. Me, the only reason why I help my parents a lot because I realize what they've done for us, how they sacrificed for us. My dad did a lot for me, like, and my mom did a lot for us, but we don't really think about it or realize it until we get older. Because when we're younger, we don't really think about life because we don't even experience life when we're younger. I feel like when you reach 30 years old, you really know what life is. You're like, holy shit, life is fucked up. I'm gonna pay all these bills. Then I got another thing I gotta pay for that shit. And I'm like, and now I say to myself, shit, I got enough money to help my mom, obviously. But when I start paying for things for the house and for my mom and all that stuff, you say, shit, here I am thinking that this money's all for me. Now I'm gotta spend it on, some of this money on my mom. I don't really have to, but I do it to make her, to ease her mind. So I always, every week, I always buy food for her. I'll take her to, like, places with bargains, and I'll tell her, look, I'll even call her and say, hey, mom, this is on special. You want that? And like, people don't understand. Like, it's so, when you do that for your family, for your mother and your father, especially, man, that humbles them so much. Because my dad, actually cried. I never saw him, but my mom said he cried because, like, when I finished cutting the grass and everything, like, he didn't really want to say, like, thank you to me and all that shit. He felt like I was obligated to do shit for him. He was weird like that, but like, he said thank you, and then he started crying after I left, and said that he feels worthless because he can't help me. And I was like, so when I came next time, I told him, I said, Dad, look, sit here and watch me cut the grass and watch me do everything. Don't get up, don't do fucking nothing, don't sweep, don't do shit, don't rake, don't do nothing, don't get up and go get nothing. Just stay here, listen to the radio station, and watch me work. Keep still. And then I'll take a break, drink some water, talk to him for a bit, talk to him about football and shit, and go back to work. Go back and do everything. I didn't want him to feel like any type of way, like, because he couldn't do nothing no more. He was fucked. He couldn't even walk properly. He had a lot of problems. Hey, Gala. Well, you know what, Gala? It's sad when they're gone. And everybody told me for years, you have your mother and father, you're very lucky. And now I know what they mean. I miss my dad a lot because him and I were very close. And when I'm here by myself watching football alone, it hurts to not have him here. And it got to a point where I had to get a cable box for him because he was so cheap. He disconnected his cable. So I got him a cheaper cable box, and I'm still paying for it right now. I've been paying for it for a couple years. And he couldn't drive. He couldn't come here no more because he couldn't walk up my steps to go to the bathroom. So I said, look, Dad, as much as I want to watch the game with you, you want to come here and watch it with me, you need to stay home, because to drive now is not good to come this far, right? Then it's only 10 minutes, but he can't handle, you know, he used to come here, and then I used to take him to the city because he couldn't park or anything like that. He was fucked. He had gout in his hands. So his hands were completely deformed, and he couldn't grab onto the steering wheel. He couldn't do it. Like, it was so, like, bad. So he had to, like, he drove here, and then I would drive him. And while he came here, he had to use the bathroom. So he was on medication, so it made him pee a lot and shit like that. So I ended up taking him to his appointments, taking him to the doctor, and then I used to take him every to get his hair cut. I used to park the car for him, and take him in his car. He don't want me to go. He don't want to go in my van and all that because my van was too high for him to get in. So anyway, he couldn't come here no more because he couldn't walk up the steps, and I was getting scared because he almost fell one time. So I said, "Look, I'm gonna buy you the goddamn box and internet, and we're gonna hook it up at your house, and you don't have to go nowhere. I want you to watch everything at home and be safe." And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up getting him a big TV. We got the box. My sister paid for the internet. She still does, and I pay for the cable box. And whatever my mom needs, I'll buy it. It's between me and my youngest sister. There's four of us. My oldest sister don't really pay for shit, and my oldest brother definitely don't pay for nothing. One's broke and one's an idiot and selfish. So me and my youngest sister pay for everything pretty much. And my youngest sister takes her to church, takes her grocery shopping as well. I took my mom grocery shopping today, and just help her, bring the groceries home and take her to the grocery store. She don't drive no more. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass, watching them deteriorate and die. So I still have my mom. She's 80, and she's still good. She's doing good. She was really, she was pretty bad, when my dad died 7 months ago. So now she's okay. Now she's a lot better. She's better, but yeah. So I just hope everybody does the same thing and takes care of their parents. I think a lot of people in this day and age, they just say, I got to take care of myself. I can't take care of my parents. Or I don't want to take care of my parents because I got to take care of my own shit. And if your parents didn't do shit for you, you're probably not going to do shit for them. But if they did stuff for you, then you at least owe them some common courtesy in return, in my opinion. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I just feel like you should help your parents while they're still on earth, especially if they're over 70, 80. It's very hard for them to be, and especially now my mom's by herself. And, thank God the house isn't that big. So yeah, exactly, Barbie. My dad put all four of us in private school at the same time, and he put both my sisters through college. And he had his own house, and he worked night and day. He worked 3 jobs every week, and he busts his ass. I still don't know how the hell he did it, but he found energy. He found a way. You know, so yeah. At least he's not in pain anymore, and at least like he doesn't have to work hard no more, worry about bills. He left that for me to deal with now. But since he's been gone, like I feel, his presence, and I feel him like, giving me strength to do shit. Well, that's fucked up, but you know, if your grandfather treated you like his own, then I would say that just be grateful for him, I guess. That's the only thing that I can, say in that perspective. I know fathers and mothers are not all great people, Sometimes other people raise us or, bring us up in life, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles. Sometimes your parents die early and someone else is taking care of you, right? Hey Fiona, how you doing? My life, is different. I was very, fortunate to have both my parents, never divorced, never disrespected each other. They were like the perfect couple, and they had their ups and downs, because of other people obviously getting in the way and shit like that. But I never saw my mother like throw a fucking pot at my dad or say "fuck you, you bastard." I'm gonna go in the other room and sleep with the kids, or I never heard the word "fuck" in my house. Never. We weren't allowed to swear. We get our teeth taken out. Yeah, exactly, Bobby. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if if your father shipped you off to your grandfather, maybe there was a reason behind it. If it was a good reason, then I guess you can't fault him. If it was a bad reason, then I guess there's some animosity, you know what I mean? But you don't have to talk about that if you don't want to. Uh, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, Fiona, you swear like a sailor now. I guess we swear more now because we couldn't swear back then. I guess that's what it is, but Fiona. Well, at the end of the day, if you were raised by a good person that loved you, no matter if they're your father or mother, and they were someone else, and you ended up, having a good life because of them, then I feel like you owe that person at least some type of gratitude and some type of, give back. You know what I mean? So now it's different if your family's completely gone and you have nobody, which a lot of people are like that, you know. They don't have a mother, they don't have a father, they don't have siblings. It's all them by themselves. They're the last one. And I feel bad because my mom is now the last person in her family, and she's the youngest. She watched all her siblings die, her mother and father die. She's the last one. And then she watched her husband die. So she's gone through hell and back in the last couple years. So I feel really bad for her, and I don't know how the fuck she keeps it together sometimes. I don't know. I mean, me, I'm different because I know I can handle death to a certain point. I know that there's nothing I can do, like when someone dies, but just know that I have them in spirit to talk to now. So for me, that's kind of an easier transition of death to me. Like when my dad died and I saw him die and I saw him there laying on the fucking ground, you know, and getting taken away in an ambulance, dead already. That shit fucking killed me. It destroyed my whole everything. I still like can't even believe it sometimes, but after a while, I got over it. Like, you know, I just got over it, and I just said, at least I have him now in spirit, and I ain't gotta see him in pain no more. And it's a different feeling now. Like I think about it, but I don't really think about it anymore. At the time, it's like just, especially because I was close to him, so it was worse. But it's just fucking bullshit, man. But hey, last year was my turn. My dad died, my dog died, so it's like, what the fuck? So when I started this year, I wanted to start, positive and just understand that, this is life. It's gonna be this way. Now you gotta have patience and deal with your mother, which that is a task. Because there's sometimes like I look, there's sometimes like I look at my my mom, and I'm like, fucking hell, man. I just wish I could do something different, but you know, there's nothing I can really do. Yeah, exactly. Tanya, you watching Gala Gaming? Oh, cool. Yeah, I watched my dad die and my dog die right in front of me, literally. And like I said, last year between October and the end of the year was probably the worst 2 months of my life. You know, we all go through it. It's just the way it is. But everybody told me to have patience, and now I know exactly what they mean. They mean have patience with your mother, because uh, it's hard for her. So I gotta make sure I have patience with her, which I have. My mom's not bad or anything. She's not a pain in the ass like that. There's some times I'm like, woman, let's go. You know, like she'll be at the grocery store, like touching everything and looking at everything, and like she'll be all curious and shit, being a pain in the ass. And I'm like, Mom, watch out. I was like, oh, excuse my mom. She's like, oh, that's okay. Like they can tell, like that my mom, like she's crazy. She'll be like, what the hell is your problem? But she's cool with her. I'm just glad everybody's supporting her because all my siblings like adore my mom, but they didn't really they weren't really close to my dad. I'm the only one, you know, was close to my dad. So for me, it's different. See, I took it harder, but they would never come to me and say, "Hey, I know you and dad was cool. Like, I'm sorry." No way in hell, they don't give a fuck. They still don't. See, my dad was a good father, but he was very strict. So we didn't like him because he didn't allow us to go out all the time. And he'll be like, 11 o'clock at night, you better be home. Don't think you're coming home after 11 o'clock. And we were like, look, by 12 o'clock, I told him 12 o'clock the party starts. I don't care. The party's gonna start without you. If you don't come home by 11 o'clock, you're sleeping outside in the garage with the cockroaches in the car. I don't care. You're not coming in my house if you want to be out late. I said, so be it. I don't give a fuck. I'll sleep in the back of the car. I'm high as fuck and drunk anyway. I don't give a shit. I told him right to his face, I'll sleep in the garage. When you leave 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna see me sprawled out in the back of the car. You go on your motorcycle anyway. At one point in time, I got fed up off him. And I just told him like point blank, I'm a DJ at night, bro. I make money. I can't. The party starts at 12. I won't be home until like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So he just got on my nerves all the time and kept telling me, even at 18 years old, he was telling me come home at like midnight and shit. I'm like, man, fuck you. I ain't coming home no fucking midnight, bro. So when I reached 19, I went to the army for 3 years and I got enough money to have my own apartment and my own car. And I sold my motorcycle so I could buy my car and then pay rent. I got a nice apartment. I said, yeah, fuck this guy. I'm coming home when I want. So my dad was he was a fucking pain in the ass. I didn't like him at all when I was younger. But, you know, he was doing what he thought was right, which is not having his kids out, wee hours of the morning doing bullshit. But I never got locked up and I never got in trouble like that. Nobody ever called my dad at night, told him, come pick up your son. And I kept telling him that shit. I said, look, dad, I know what I'm doing. I'm good. But he didn't like the fact that I was hanging around gangsters and guys from the hood and all that. He didn't like all that shit. But see, I didn't do what those, gang banging guys was doing. They was just my friends. We just grew up together in the same neighborhood. They kept to themselves. I kept to mine. And they came to the parties I was DJing at and protecting me. I never got into no bullshit like that. So, but he was always worried. But it's just life. Sometimes we don't like our parents because they don't want to let us do things. I'm sorry to hear that. Isn't that true? Money is more important to people than people. It's very sad, Gala, but that's very true. And that's why I always preach on here that money will never faze me. That's why a lot of people on here don't like me. Because they're on here talking about, you need more money, you should get more money, you deserve more. I don't give a fuck about no money. If I die today, guess who my money's going to? My mother. If I die today, everything goes to my mother. And rightfully so. But I'm not going to worry about that. Because God needs me on earth to deal with the bullshit that's going on in this world. So I never worry about death and I never worry about money. I can't take it with me. I saw my dad die and he left everything behind. His fucking underwear, socks, pants, shoes, socks, fucking money, wife, kids, house, everything he worked hard for. Gone. It's still here. His gone. Still here. Everything he did, still here. So why am I going to worry about money for? Yes, you need money to survive. Yes, you need money to pay your bills. Yes, you need money. But don't ever make it your life. Fuck that. You're more important, first of all. That's why me, fuck that shit. I'm worried about the fucking money. Money's money, bro. It is what it is. No, you can't take it with you. Nope. It ain't gonna ever happen like that. Yeah. Well, dealing with all my dad's stuff, my mom's dealing with all of that. Anything I had from my dad was his motorcycle, and that broke down, and I got the last year out of that. His bike was 20 years old, so I rode it to its death and got rid of it, and that was it. But that's about it. Now I just have him in spirit, which is great, and that's just the way it is. But one thing I promised him while he was alive, that I was going to take care of him from now on. I was going to pay for shit. I was going to do shit. He didn't have to worry about nothing. He wouldn't have to pay for a damn thing. And when I told him that, he started to say thank you finally, because he never really said thank you for doing shit. My mom would, but he had too much pride to tell me thank you. He was just one of those type of person. He's not a bad person. He was just a pain in the ass. He hated the fact that I DJ'd. He hated the fact that, I didn't have to work every day. He'd be like, hey, boy, what you doing? I was like, I'm home scratching my nuts. I didn't say it like that, but, in other words, I would say, yeah, I'm home. I'm home itching myself. That's what I would say. And he goes, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, what happened? What you want now? He goes, hey, you're home? Yes. Okay, you're working? Yes. What are you doing? I said, I'm painting this, or I'm doing this for somebody, or whatever. Or I was cutting the grass, some bullshit, right? So then he'd be like, oh, when you get a chance, come down here tomorrow. I have a job for you to do. I said, oh, yeah? I said, I charge $100 an hour. He starts laughing again, right? And he goes, just come down here tomorrow. I have a job for you. I said, all right, cool. So I'll get down there. He'd be like, hey, look, I need you to do this, but I broke this thing, but I tried to do this. And I'm like, oh, why you didn't tell me that before I came here? I could have got the fucking piece. So here I am, pissed. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go the fuck down up to the warehouse. I gotta go get this guy, get that shit. He used to be a pain in my ass. But I'd rather have him back to be a pain in the ass, but obviously that ain't gonna happen. Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetie? You good? Hey Kimberly, how you doing? Yeah. I mean, just a couple years ago, I said to myself, "How you doing, Tanya?" I don't even know if I spoke to you, Tanya. Shit, I've been over here bamming. I ain't even seeing you. I hope I spoke to you, but like, Mark, you don't love me no more. I hope I spoke to you, but anyway, hi, Tanya. But yeah, it's life, you know. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no alcohol here. No alcohol, no drugs, just a bunch of tarot cards and a bunch of you know, oracle cards. Just me talking about stories and everybody else talking about their lives. Today the subject is parents, dads, moms, if you have them or not. Life, money, same shit, different day. You know, it's just the way it is. But the main thing is living your life and not living it amongst your means so you can actually, live life in a decent way. Oh, yeah. 8 more shifts, Tanya. Yay. The final countdown. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, I got some funny cards here. I think we need a good laugh today. As you know, I love to laugh. All right, I was serious for a whole hour just now. I don't want to talk about death and money and all that shit no more. I think we've talked about that enough. So let's get our minds off of that. Thanks, Spirit, for everything, of course. Thank God for your life. Thank God we're all healthy here and not at the bar drinking booze and getting drunk. And I bring this deck downstairs from downstairs. I mean, I bring this deck from upstairs to downstairs. Obviously, duh. But I have a lot of my decks upstairs. But actually, I don't really see. Fuck's sake, man. I'm waiting for Christy to come in here because I want to show her my dog. I promised to show my first dog to everybody. He's a pit bull. That's my boy, Sizzler. See my doggy? See my red-nosed pit bull? It's a fucking beast. Real gangster. That's my boy. That's my first dog. Passed away 18 years ago. That was my first boy. My buddy and pal. My best friend. 15 years old. Red-nosed pit bull. His name was Sizzler. I want to show Christy when she comes in because she loves dogs, and I told her I'll bring it down here to show her. That's my boy. I miss him to death. I cried. That was probably the worst day of my life until my dad died, but he was definitely one of the biggest losses in my life for sure. That's my boy right there. Yeah. I didn't cut his ears or his tail and all that bullshit that everybody else did. He was too he was too he was too good looking of a dog to be taking cut ears and all that bullshit. And his nose is like red as fuck. My boy. Gotta remember to show Christy when she comes in here. Yeah. Hey Marilyn, how you doing? Yeah. Every night before I go to sleep, I ask him to protect my mom's house because that's where he was his whole life. Where I was, I was living at my parents' house, man. He was there when I first got him, and then I moved out. But I used to come down and get him every day. And every night before I go to bed, I ask him to protect my mom's house because she's there alone. Ever since my dad died, I asked my dog to take care of the house in spirit and make sure to chase off anybody or to give some type of alert. Well, the only thing I see here in Maryland is if this person used to travel with you or go places with you, they probably miss that part. But I don't think they miss anything else. I think that they feel that whatever you guys had wasn't really a decent friendship. It was a lot of arguments. Maybe this person was jealous of you and they felt like maybe there was a lot of controversy between both of you, weird experiences. I got the devil here too. So if this person was a Capricorn, that's probably them. If not, it could just be like this person was jealous or was in some type of like, I don't know, they had like, it was always a controversy around them or conflicts. And then I got the Nine of Cups reversed too and the Eight of Wands reversed, which means like jealousy, envy, like bad luck, lying, feeling like there's nothing between you guys, a lot of differences between both of you. But the only good thing I have here is the Six of Swords, which is like if you guys went on trips together, they enjoyed that part. Or if you guys like overcame things together or did things together a lot, especially like maybe swimming or like summertime fun was like you guys were together or something like that. Then I would say like that's the only good part here. They probably missed that. But otherwise, that I don't think they really give a shit. I don't think they miss your friendship. The only thing they miss is like if you guys have fun on traveling or a trip you guys had or something like that. That's what I would only say. But I don't get nothing about missing you or anything like that. I think however you fell out, kind of like made it seem like that person don't give a shit about you ever. Which that's how people are, you know? So I would say no, they don't miss your friendship. And I would say that they feel about, that you aren't friends and they don't really care. They probably just miss certain parts of traveling or beach fun, ocean fun, cruise, maybe air, flights. And if it isn't that, it's like maybe when you guys, traveled together and you did certain things or traveled to each other. Otherwise, that I don't see nothing here that's saying that they miss you or they would love to be your friend again. One of the things I've said lately on here is God takes people out of your life that's not meant to be there, and the devil doesn't want you to be in people's lives because the devil wants them to themselves. And I've said that a few times this week, and I feel like I'm going to stick to that. So if nobody's no longer in your life, Marilyn, you just got to say, you know what? God took them out of my life because they weren't worthy to be in my life. And the devil didn't want them to be around me and be positive and be happy. We want them to ourselves. All right. So I have this deck. It's called the Rebel deck. It's called the Oracle with an Attitude, Zero Filter, Zero Fucks, All Fun. So they're like funny ass cards. I'll show you, one of the cards right now. It says, get the ugly cry on, let that shit go, your soul will thank you. And it says, you need a good cry, you need a good fucking cry. So that's just what it looks like, You got this one here, it says, you need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. So I'll give you guys one if you want one. Something fun, something like you need to laugh. All right, Tanya, I'll give you one. Yes, Barbie, I do too. All right, Tanya. All right. Tanya, your card says, loosen the fuck up, control freaks, and don't get laid. U equals tight ass. U equal tight ass. Loosen the fuck up, control freaks, don't get laid. Okay? Oh shit. That's the type of cards we're gonna have tonight. All right. We're gonna have some fun. We all need a good laugh. You're welcome, Tanya. I'm glad you like it. All right, Virgo, you're next. All right. Virgo, don't let your issues fuck it up. Some good shit is about to happen. So there you go, Virgo. Some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. All right? These cards are going to call your asses out tonight, yeah? All right, Barbie, you're next. Anybody else want a card? Let me know. Have some fun. Yeah, sometimes people do. It's all good. Good, Virgo. I'm glad. All right, Bargy. Not Bargy. Bargy. All the Bargy. Barbie. Eat some yummy shit. Bacon, chocolate, beer. Get some. Step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit. Bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. Amen to that. Hell to the yeah. All right. I'll pull a card for myself, being that no one else wants any. All right. Let's see. Okay, my card says you are going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. You are going through some tough shit. There you go. See, I got called out. You know, you're going through some shit, bro. It's all good, though. Everybody has their turn. Welcome to yours. Handle it, bro. It's all good, though. Hey, Dan. Hey, Christy, look. I got it finally. I was just talking about you. I manifested you. Here you go, Christy, look. That's my boy. I finally bring it downstairs for you. That's my pit bull. My big dog. 80-pound muscle beast. Red nose pit. Gangster. He's a real G. He'll bite your fucking head off. Big ass paws. See them big ass fucking feet, big ass paws? Big ass red old fucking nose. There you go. I wanted you to see that. I bring it down for you. Yes, he is handsome. That's my handsome boy. What's up, Goody? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Christy? You good? Yeah, I'm good, bro. If you guys want a funny oracle card, I'll give you one. For those of you who came in. Yeah, I'm glad I finally remembered. Finally remembered to bring that damn picture down. You want a card, Gal? All right, cool. Hey, Gal, I haven't seen Mystical in a while. Is she okay? Just asking. I don't know if you know if she's okay. I'm sure you do. But tell her I said hello. Haven't seen her live. I haven't seen her at all. She hasn't been in here for a while, so hopefully she's okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, tell her I said hello. All right, Gala. 1. All right, let me see. All right. Hold on a second. The cards came up like this sideways. So I want to shuffle it again. Let me shuffle it. Nice. All right, Gala. 1. All right, yours is very simple. It says, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Fuck fear, Gala. It will lie to your face. Fuck fear. It'll lie to your face. You're damn right it does. That's a great message. All right, Dan, you want a card? All right, bro. All right, Dan, you got detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. This is perfect for you, brother. Look. Detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Christy, you want a card? Goody, you want a card, bro? That's up to her, Barbie. That's entirely up to her if she wants one. I will gladly do it. No problem. All right. Christy. All right, Christy. All right, Christy, your card is You're the Shit. And it says, don't forget it. You're the shit, Christy. Don't forget it. Very simple. You the shit. Don't forget it. That's my shorty. That's my shorty. She the shit. Don't forget it. Shorty be ballin'. She the shit. That's what's up. Hell yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. So Dan, you want me to give you a card for wifey? For mama? Barbie wants me to give your wife a card with her blessing. And Goody, you want a card, brother? I don't know if you're still here, but Goody, if you want a card, just let me know. Or if anybody else wants a card that ain't got one. All right, bro, you're next. This is for Goody. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. She said no. All right, cool. There you go, Barbie. She said no. Good try, Barbie. That's an Aquarius for you. She's like, I want no fucking card. She'd be like, Mama, you want a card? A who? I want a damn card unless it's a goddamn card with some money in it. I don't need a damn card. That's a great Aquarius answer. I'm not surprised. What she's supposed to do? Have her alone time. her downtime without him, without Dan aggravating her. All right, goody. Let's see what we got for you, bro. Oh no, bro. No, this car is calling you out, goody. Come on, bro. All right, Goodman, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up, bro. Come on, man. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up, bro. Come on, man. Go get a shit shower and shave. You clean your ass up, bro. Okay? They say you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Go clean yourself up, bro. That's all right. Don't worry. I won't tell nobody. Exactly. She ain't worried about a damn car. Good try though, Bobby. Oh, there you go. See, you were a hot mess, and you were, a shit show. See that? Spirit was like, about time you got a fucking haircut, and about time you got your shit clean. Best cut haircut ever. There you go. See, that's probably reminding you to get it done earlier, or get it done and don't look like a shit show. See. Well, I can't disagree with you there, bro. I can't disagree with you there. I feel the same way. Hell yeah. You're welcome, bro. Goody was like, yeah, I just got a damn haircut and fucking sorted my shit out. Meanwhile, Spirit's talking about you look like a damn shit show. You better get yourself cleaned up. And when you actually did, they were like, yeah, bro, now that you're cleaned up, stay that way. You be looking like a damn shit show. Meanwhile, we're telling Spirit, look, bro, we don't want to be all looking good because then that means we're going to get ourselves in trouble. That's like me. When I shave, I don't shave for a while. Like, I take at least like maybe 10 days to shave again after shaving again. So if I shave, I'm going to take 10 days before I do it again. So I don't really like to shave too much. And then when I do, my mom goes, you look much better like that. You look old when you have a beard. And now when you shave, you look much younger and much handsome now. You gotta do it every day like daddy shave every 2 days. Now you know shave. And my nephews always tease me, right? When I shave, they'll go up to me and go like this, you shaved. Because my mom always gets mad at me, right? That I don't shave all the time and I wear my beard. And my nephews always tease me. He goes, hey bro, when you gonna shave? Grandma's coming up. I said, nah, I don't want to shave yet. She's gonna have to get over it. All right, give me a second. I just gotta check something here. cool. Sophie, you said what? A storm? Texas has storms. Hopefully, no tornado. Oh shit. Yeah, please be safe. Exactly, Dan. I hated it. When I went to the army for 3 years, I had to shave all the time, man. I was so pissed. I had to shave like twice, 3 times a week sometimes. I used to get all these shaving bumps all over me, cuts and shit. I used to be so pissed, man. And when you went to the army, you just couldn't like use the like the shaver and like the little machine. You had to use an actual blade. They would come up to you and look at you and be like, "You ain't shaved." I'm like, "Fuck, man, leave me alone." I hated it, man. Fuck, I hated it. I don't mind having the beard, because I don't really give a fuck like that. But I don't really shave at all. I always use the machine. I don't really like using a blade because if I actually use a shaving blade, like the actual shaver, like it cuts me all up, and I get all these bumps and shit. So I don't really like all that. So I use the machine, and I got a new machine, and it's a piece of shit. So I don't really like using. Sometimes I don't even like using the machine because it's aggravating too. I want to get one of those like Remington shaver things that has like the 3 circles, and you see it on TV, the guy, and it's all working nice and shit. But those things are expensive. But I might buy one. I might buy one and get one on. I'll see. Sometimes I take the mirror from my wall right here and I go outside and I shave outside, just so I can leave everything outside and not go in my bathroom and have the hair all go all over the damn place. I hate that shit. But yeah, I hate shaving. But I know obviously you look better when you shave, but I can't be bothered sometimes. I just hate it. Can't stand it. Yep, I use electric razor on this barbed wire. Yep. I have a Norelco one, and it's pretty good, but it's not that bad. It's not. My hair is thick, see. So when I shave, it's like barbed wire. Exactly. That's a good way to describe it. That's exactly what it feels like. But if I use a razor, right? If I use a razor, then I gotta keep tapping the fucking razor on the sink to get all the hair out of there and put it in the water and shit. And it's fucking annoying, man. It's so annoying. But the Norelco razor that I bought it off of Amazon and bring it in because Bermuda don't really have any decent ones here that I like. So I bring one in, and then I bought a new one from the apothecary down the bottom of the hill, and it's a piece of shit. It doesn't even work properly. I'm like, I just spent money on this piece of shit and it don't even work properly. It works, but not. I don't really like it like that. I might give it to my nephew because they're starting to get their beard now too. He said he wanted one, so I might give him that one. If he likes it, he can have it. But I need to get something nice. Well, if you like it, Christy, then I'll keep it on now for you. Okay, shorty? You prefer a razor and electric is handy if in a hurry. Yeah, exactly. It all depends. Like, I don't know. If I'm in the mood to shave and I really want to look super clean, then I'll use the razor. But I like using the electric one just to get it down to a point where, it's kind of still there, but not really. But I don't know. I'm thinking about getting one of those nice Remington, whatever the heck they are. It's got like the three circles on it, and like you can move it all over your face, and it goes with the motion of the thing. Like I always see the commercial and shit. And the place I go to, like I saw them hanging up, like, and I'm like, I wonder if I should get this thing. I think it was like 80 something bucks for it, and I'm like, fucking hell. Yeah, it does. It burns my damn face sometimes. I don't know how men put aftershave on their face when they shave. I'm like, hell no, that shit burn like a motherfucker. No, no, not Marky. My godfather. Oh my god, my godfather and uncle. Man, you know what he used to do? He used to be like he used to help the barber, right? When he no no when he retired, right? When my uncle retired, he was already like rich, right? Well, not rich, but he was well off, right? So he used to take those long razors. Back in the day, right? Men had those long razors. Like the knife. It was actually a knife, and the older guys would know about this anyway. So it was like a knife, like a pen knife, and you open it up, and it was like a square, and you filed it and shit, and you used to like shave and make it all nice. If you're really good, you could shave with it, right, properly. And people still use them till today to make the lines and to take all your hair on your back and make the straight line on the back, right? So when I went to Portugal, right, that's where he was, my godfather. When I went to Portugal, he goes, "Hey, my," he used to speak, he speak Portuguese. He'd be like, "Hey, Mark, all this hair you got back here, you can't have that. I'm gonna hook you up. You got a haircut before you came, and they don't take the hair off the back." I said, "I don't know. I can't look back there. I don't give a fuck." Because this thing's got to go, from up here right down past your collar. So when you put your shirt on, you can't see your hair on your back, on your neck. And I was like, "Well, go ahead, do what you got to do." Your boy bring out this knife, shit, put the shaving cream on it, and he put some on my nose, act up. Then he'll shave it all off, and then he'll wipe it off on the handkerchief thing. He'll shave it back, put all around here and shit. Then he goes, "Wait a minute. I'm gonna get some aftershave." I'm like, "Oh fuck, here we go." He took the aftershave, smacked it right on my fucking neck, burned like a motherfucker. I'm like, "Oh shit, that shit burns." He laugh like crazy. He goes, "Wait till you shave your beard when you get older." Yeah, smack that shit on me like, "You fucker." Man, that shit was funny as hell. Yeah, like the Home Alone movie. Ah, so oh man, that shit was funny. All right, Virgo, take care, sweetie. Good night. Don't get fun slap. They used to use big lighters and sometimes a candle to touch up the sideburns. Yeah, people don't believe that, Dan. People do that shit for your nose hairs. I know somebody, right? I was actually gonna do it myself. Fucking use the lighter to burn up your fucking nostril hairs. I know somebody got damn fucking whiskers coming out of their nostrils. Hell no. I wouldn't do that shit. Fuck that. That shit will burn like a motherfucker, but it works though. But you be smelling burnt hair. But I know people that do that shit. There's another way to get all your nose hairs out, but it's not good to like take all your hairs all out of your nose and all over the place. Because hair is meant to be there for a reason. But my old boss, right? We used to call him Whiskers. And he always used to wonder why we called him that. Because he heard us calling him that one day. I was like, Whiskers. He's like, what the fuck you calling me that? I was like, I don't know. These guys calling you Whiskers. You gotta find out why they call me that. So he must have not looked in the mirror, I guess, when he left him. He had damn curly fucking nostril hairs coming up like this. And we'd be like, fuck his goddamn nostril hairs coming up. But sometimes, like, it all depends. Some people don't have that problem with it where they have nostril hairs all hanging out and shit. My boogers are toast. I know, right? But one time I saw this like thing. It was like a glue or something where they stuck the glue with a paper up your nose, and then they went like that, and it like took all your nose hairs out. I was like, oh hell no, that shit probably painful as hell. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why some places are meant to have hair. So I always sometimes I get nose hairs and I'll feel it. And I'll just go like that, just yuck it out or whatever. If I feel it tickling me, like I'll just be like, Feel be like, what you doing, woman? Fuck you doing me doing? Don't be doing that shit around here. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have white nose hairs coming out of my nose. I ain't gonna lie. The other day I pulled a hair out of my nose because I felt it like tingling. I went like that, man. I looked, I said, oh fuck, there's a white hair in my nose now. I got white hairs in my fucking nostrils. What the fuck? Man, I hate that shit. I hate nose hair. My dad, he used to have a shit ton of nose hairs. He'd be curling all up. My mom would fucking pluck it all out and shit. He'd be like, hey, but what the hell are you doing? Because I can't see that nose hair like that. You need a triple pocket for the pudding. Oh no, Sophie. Please take care. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I got that too. I got my sister plucks my ear hairs. It's right on top of here like that. And I got one sticking on my lip. My sister takes she's got like one of those tweezers with a light on it. So the light goes on and she sees it and she be like, hey, it hurts like crazy. Fuck, it hurts. Like the nut, like your hairs on your ears right here. Yo, it hurts when she plucks it. I'm like, yo, take it easy. She be like, you're the one who wants to shit out of your ears. You fucking got issues. You're like dad. She says all the time, you're just like dad. You have these you have nose hairs, fucking ear hairs. She goes, what the hell is wrong with you? And then you got these, and then don't even talk about my eyelashes. Oh my God. There's sometimes I'll be like this, right? And then I'll be like today, I was driving, right? And the sun was hitting my face. And I put the shade down. And then I was driving and I could see this little hair right here, right on my eyelash, right? Sticking out. And I'm like, fuck, man. Another one of these fuckers are here. So then I would go like this and I'll just move my eyelash like that, or I'll move it and then it'll go away. I must, stick it back down. But I forgot to ask my sister to pluck it today. I can't see it now because I can only see it when the sun goes in it, right? It's so fucking hilarious. I told my nephews all the time, you wait, you're gonna have, they said, fuck your beard grows fast, bro. I'm like, I know. It's like fertilizer on this bitch. It's annoying. I'm telling you, damn shit. It's annoying. But yeah, I used to see it on my dad all the time. He used to have it coming out everywhere. My dad used to have a hair sticking out right here, and he would miss it when he shaves, and then it ended up getting bigger and bigger. And I said, Mom, tell dad he's got the hair on his face. I don't care. If he can't see, I don't care. And then my sister says, Dad, come here. My sister goes, I can't see that fucking hair sticking out of his fucking cheek. So I said, Dad, come here, I'm gonna cut the hair. What? I don't care. Yes, I don't see in the mirror, I don't see nothing. Right? So he had this one single damn hair right here sticking out like an inch long. So my sister will like cut it for him. She won't pluck it, right? But she'll cut it like it's fat. And he'll just go like this and she'll just cut it. My mom goes, I don't care. He can do it himself. Hey, that shit was funny. My mom got fed up towards the end, and she kind of feels bad now, cause like she said, my dad got like annoyed all the time, and she was trying to like hook him up and shit. And he was like, I don't care. He goes, hey, don't worry about that. I don't give a shit about that. And my mom was like, oh, this doesn't look right. You're gonna go to church with this damn thing on you. Let me take your hair off. I don't care. I used to hear it. They would argue about stupid shit like that. It was funny, man. My dad didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He was like, whatever, bro. I ain't worried about that. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I find that my eyes burn a lot, like sometimes. Like, you know how like you smoke a cigarette, right? And like the smoke goes up your eye and it burns your eye. Sometimes when I touch my eye or something like that, it starts to burn. I don't know if it's like something on my hands or like I don't know. Sometimes it's weird. It doesn't happen all the time, but like sometimes my eyes be burning like a motherfucker if I touch. And I'm like, what the fuck did I touch and then touch my eye? So I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes I'll go to the sink and wash it like with water because it be burning like hell. As we all get older, we see like my sister's 45, right? So she's starting to say that she feels all tired and shit, and she feels all fucked up, like she's not energetic anymore. And I was like, welcome to 45. I'm getting 50 next year. I say, yeah, I'm feeling my blues every day. There are some days I'm like, fuck this, I ain't doing nothing. I'm tired as shit. And then there's other days where I'm like, well, I'm gotta do it. Do you have the blue filter on your screen? It helps save you from eye strain. I don't know. I don't have no blue filter. I don't know what that is. I don't know. On my computer screen, I don't have no blue filter on. I don't know what that is, but I have like a screen protector on my phone, and I guess it's just a screen protector, but my eyes get fucked up but from looking at shit too long. Like last night I was up to last night I was up till like almost 3 o'clock in the morning watching my friends talk about DJ stuff, and I was in my bed and my I just ended up falling right asleep because my eyes were all tired from looking at the damn screen. Christy, you're going 45. Welcome to the ages. Okay, I'll check it out because tomorrow I have to go get a piece for my DJ equipment so it comes through the computer and not the speaker. Some bullshit I have to buy. I tried to go live today on my friend's live and play music. He invited me and then it didn't work because I had to go through a speaker. So he says I have to get this piece. So when I go to this place, I'll see if they have that blue screen thing, the blue filter thingy, or whatever it is. I'll check it out. I have to go there in the morning. I really need to get this piece for my DJ stuff so I can start using that to see how it works. I always gotta do some bullshit. You got 5. Oh yeah, so you're 40. All right, cool. That's not bad. Well, from now on, I'll tell you what my mom told me when when I used to tease her. She used to go like this, look, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, bye-bye. That's what she said to me. She goes, hey, remember you used to tease me? You used to say, hey, mommy, you're 50, blah, blah, blah. Look, you right here, look, ready to jump. She goes, yeah, see, I tell you when you reach this age. She did it to me the other day. We started laughing. Lisa, I got your donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. Thanks. That's what she does to me all the time. She goes, hey, querido. Estás aquí, la. She goes, you think you're gonna reach, huh? Yeah, my mom's cool as fuck, man. She called me like at 4 o'clock, right? And you know what she did? Because I took her to grocery shopping today, right? And I said, Mom, I got a lot of shit to do. So I was in and out of the house all day doing shit. Then I went live earlier. And then I'm here now. And then, like, it's in between I do shit. I can pick up my nephew, take her to freaking, do the groceries. I had to come do all this shit here. So then, hey, Mari, ¿cómo estás? Bueno, bien. And what was I going to say about my mom? Shit. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Damn it. I just had like a brain fart. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, yeah. She called me at 4 o'clock, right? She called me at 4 o'clock and goes, hey, you busy? I said, yeah. I said, I just got home. And your grandson wants me to check out his bike because the alarm on his bike keeps going off. I'm going to fix it. Oh, okay. When you finish tonight, when you have time, come here. I have fresh bread. I make rolls and bread. I said, oh, okay, cool, Mom. So I went there and got some fresh rolls. I made hamburgers on the barbecue for me and my sister. My nephew had a chicken sandwich. And we all ate fresh rolls from my mom. And then tomorrow I get to eat fresh bread with my cheese and my coffee tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, she made fresh bread for everybody today. It's just something else. I told her, just wait, I'll come help you tomorrow. I don't need help. I do myself. I'm not a baby. And my sister was laughing. She was like, what she say? I said, Mom, you should have waited. I would have helped you. You think I need your help to make bread? I'm not a baby. Yeah, I was fucking dying. I was like, Mom, it's not about that. I wanted to help you. I don't need help. As long as I can do, I do. Hey, fuck, she's funny. I was like, this damn woman, man. She's fucking crazy. My nephew, he laughs like crazy. Because in Portuguese, grandma's vovó, right? So he's like, hi, Baba. And she goes, hi, my Kareed. Hi, my Kareed is hi, my sweetheart, right? So, hi, my Kareed. She goes, you all right? You all right, Baba? Yeah, I'm fine. And you? Okay, my Kareed. Bye. Hey, you guys are fucking dying. And he's like got a big smile on his face, right? And we named him after my dad, right? So like they love him because of that, right? He's the youngest. Hey, he was laughing. And I told my mom, I said, this little fuck, he gets in my car, he gets in my van, he says, hey bro, I got a question for you. I said, what happened? He goes, I ain't got my card, right? I said, of course you don't. Because I got a card, right? He goes, I'm saying, bro, can you go to our cousin's computer shop? I need to get a new monitor, man. My monitor's fucked up. He goes, I'll pay you back, man. I'll pay you back. Come on, man, please. I said, all right, bro, we got to go around there. So we went down. There was nobody in there. It was like perfect time. And a park, too. So we went in there. He says, I want this monitor right here. I said, all right, cool. Let's get it. Man. So we got the monitor and brought it home. He was happy as shit. Then I fixed his bike. It was like a little short in the alarm and the like battery. So I fixed it and I showed him what to do next time. So he was all excited and everything was fine. Then I said, look, I'm gonna go to Vava's house and get the bread. He goes, all right, cool. I'm getting volleyball. I'm coming back around 7:30. I want a chicken burger with the bros. I'm like, all right, cool. Nah, I didn't take his money. I don't mind paying for it. It was only 200 and something bucks. I don't give a fuck about that. It's cool. Nah, I buy him shit. It's cool. It don't matter to me. My sister would give me the money or whatever. He ain't gonna give me no damn money. My sister would be like, here's the money. Because, they're still getting child support. So you know who's gonna end up paying for it. None of us. That fucker's paying for it. That's what I told him. He goes, oh, right. My daddy would pay for it. Oh, good. He gives mom money still, right? I said, yeah. He goes, oh, well, then he could fucking pay for it. I said, exactly. Mom would just give me the money that he gave her. That's all. So everything's cool. Oh, boy, we're so bad. Let me see. Lisa, you asked your question? Yes, you did. All right, you said, will I get a new car or a car fixed or get a borrowed car? You're asking 3 goddamn questions all in one, woman. That's up to you. The only way you can get a new car is if you can afford it. The only way you can fix your car is if you can afford it. And if you get a borrowed car, then that means you got to make sure the person was a borrowed to your ass. What type of questions you asking me, woman? She make me go bake the bread. I remember those days then when my mom was winter time and it was colder. It didn't get really cold. And my mom would have a robe and them damn slippers. Fucking shit was fun. Lisa goes, one subject. What am I gonna do with you, woman? Well, I don't see you getting a new car in 3 months. So I'm only gonna look 3 months ahead. So will you get a new car in 3 months? It says no. It says you can get your car fixed and decent and running in the next 3 months. It says no borrow car, but it says you can fix your car in the next 3 months and it'll be fine. That's what I get. It says you can get you can get your car fixed. A man with a car? You want too damn much. The only man that's gonna be with a car is a mechanic. So yeah, I would say yes. A mechanic man is gonna fix your car. And if you can't pay him, then you're gonna have to pay him in sexual favors. So it's up to you if you want to get the car fixed or not. I don't know which car you're talking about, woman. You asked me a fixed car. So I told you that you can get a fixed car in the next 3 months. That was the only option that was decent. So if you want to get a fixed car, you can get one in the next 3 months. And if you can't pay for it, then you're going to have to pay for it in sexual favors. Head down, ass up. That's just how it's going to be. At least you get benefit. You get some D and a car. So it's all good. Have you driven it since, Tanya? That sensor don't mean shit. It'll be fine. My sister's had her sensor light on for the past year and a half, and they say all the time, oh, there's nothing wrong, it's just a fault. Head down in the car, yeah. No sugar daddy car? Well, guess what? I used to be a mechanic when I was 17, 18, 19. I was an apprentice mechanic, car mechanic. And this is a true story I'm about to tell you. My motto was no need to panic. Mark is the mechanic. That's what I used to say. No need to panic. Mark is the mechanic. And if you can't pay the bill, well, it's going to have to be some sexual favors going on. And one day I said that as a joke to this lady. And she was like, well, that's the only way I can pay, sweetheart. And I looked at her, I said, hell no. You ugly as hell. How the fuck is my D even going to be excited? Why is it got to be an ugly ass fucking woman asking me that, telling me she'll do the sexual favor? I don't want no sexual favor from you, woman. I regret even saying that shit is a joke. You need to go see my boss, sweetheart. Go see my boss. He might want this sexual favor. He might say beauty's a light switch away. And just close the lights and feel, and that's it. Bill paid. But not Marky. No. Oh, that's cool. You'll be all right, Tanya. I don't see the car being a problem. Yeah, that's the problem. And just to take, you know what I used to hate when I was a car mechanic? Was changing CV joints. Changing CV joints was the worst shit ever. You gotta take the tire off, the brakes off. You gotta take this off, that off. That shit was so fucking annoying. Then you have to knock it off. Then you gotta put it back on. Then you gotta put everything back together. Grease up these, grease up that. Man, that shit was fucking annoying. I do not miss car mechanics at all. I really don't. That's one job I don't want ever again. Is car mechanics. No. You're welcome, Lisa. So I would say your best option in the next few months is a car that's fixed up, or you fix whatever car. If you have a car, you're better off fixing it up. If you don't have a car, you're going to get one that is fixed up that you can drive. But the other two options, I don't see that. So it's up to you. So I took a video of driving home today. I wanted you guys to see it real briefly. It's the sun and me driving, the sun and the ocean and the trees. I want you guys to look at it real quick, okay? I don't know if you can see it. I can't play the music on here because it's got music in the background, so I had to mute it. I don't even know if you guys can see it properly. Like you can see the ocean and all that. See, look. I don't know if you guys saw it, look. Actually, let me pause it. Hold on a sec. That'll be easier if I do that so you guys can actually see. See, look. Fuck, man. See the water and the trees? Oh, there you go. You can see it. See how flat the water is? Oh my god, man, that's so fucking annoying. You can see it? Yeah, my our steering wheel is on the right and we drive on the left. Let me show you like right there. That's a better. No, it's not this area here. It's like damn it, man. I wish I could see it better. I don't know if you guys could see it, but you can see the water really flat calm right there. See it right there? See how flat the water is and the sun's like beaming on it? Fucking thing. It was so like dead calm today. Oh my god. It was so nice. I should have stopped actually. I don't know if even if you guys saw it properly. But yeah. It was dead calm today. Absolutely gorgeous. It was super, super calm. Let me see if I can like on this side here. On South Shore. Like see that, Christy? That's like the south side. That's the south side of Bermuda where they surf. The waves ain't that big, but this is where they surf on the south side. See how it's nice and choppy? And it's got little, waves and stuff. Yeah. This is the south side. This is where I live on this side. Where I just showed you guys just now is where my mom lives. But this side here is like the choppy side. You can see like the white caps out here. Everybody surfs on this side. This is like a powerboat race. See, look. See? Like boats coming. There's a racing. It was a round the island race. See, look. So it's pretty choppy. Look at this gangster. Yeah, they are. That's where they had. That's why they call that area like the Bermuda Triangle and all that stuff. Yeah. No, that was me. That picture I just showed you, that was me when I was. That's my confirmation when I got confirmed in the Catholic Church when I was like probably 13. That was me, and that was Marky. Look, I'll show you. I'll show it to you a little clearer because it's on my Instagram, right? So it's gonna be like I can't really blow it up like that. You know, that was me when I was 13. That was my confirmation at church. Gangster. I had all the hoods back then. See, real G. All the hoods wanted me back then when I was 13. You know, I had to behave in church. That shit was funny. I had like a fucking mountain of hair. Real gangsta. Let me see what else I got here. This is all on my Instagram. If you guys want to go on my Instagram, you can see all the pictures and shit. Like this is right outside my yard. Like, let me see. Like that's right outside my yard here. It was a beautiful day and that's the tree. That was my old car and I was painting this blind right here, sanding down these blinds, these shutters. And that was Diamond outside next to me. My baby. Boogie's all in her eyes. She always wanted to be next to me while I was working. Damn nuisance. Like that's the view from where I live. You can see the water like right there. That's right outside my door. My God, my nephews were so young here. Oh my God. Fuck, now they're taller than me. Oh my God, look at that picture. Fucking time is flying, yo. Look at that. Look how fucking cute they are. Look how young they were. They were probably like 6 and 10. And now they're 16 and 18. And they're both taller than me now. Fuckers. See, I don't need kids. See, I got them. Got these damn nuisances in my life. Look at that barbecue, look. Like dirty shrimps and some chicken. I weren't fucking around that day. Barbecue time. Oh my lord, I haven't had shish kebabs forever. Look, fuck, those look good. I think it's time to make shish kebabs again. And I had the red bird there on the wall visiting. Oh my god, I can't believe this is 20 fucking 2 years ago. Oh my god. How can this even happen? That's me and my first nephew. That was 22 years ago. He goes 23 in July. Oh my god. Time is flying. I saw my godson today. I mean, yesterday I saw my godson at the store. He came right up to me. I didn't even recognize him. I was like, I said his name and I said, what the fuck? He's 26 years old, my godson. This is my godson here when he was a year old, I think. I took him to the bike racing, and I took his bag there, like with his diaper and his fucking bottle in it, and I took him to the bike racing, and he kept pointing, bike, bike. That shit was so funny. And then I met up with his sisters. And they're like, "Oh, thank you, Mark, for bringing my brother." That's one of my best friends' sons. He's my godson. This is me and my nephew Daniel, the youngest. Look at him. I put a Celtics uniform on his green ass. That was at my sister's old house. That's when I was a young whippersnapper. Oh dang! Look at those. Those brownies. Oh good lord. That was so nice. Look at this. Look at this damn dog. Look. He's here inside the trees trying to find the lizard. Get that lizard, baby. Get him. Get that lizard. Get him. Get him, baby. Get that lizard. Where's he to? Watch him, baby. Get him. Get that lizard. Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Right? He's right there, look. Get him. She's so cute. Oh man, you make me laugh. She thought it was she saw the lizard in there, right? Yeah, exactly. Birds in the background. Same shit. Oh my god. This is one of the funniest children video I've ever seen in my life.
Please, Lord, I don't want my mom to spank me. Amen.
She's praying, look. She prayed, look. Listen to what she says.
Please, Lord, I don't want my mom to spank me. Amen.
Please, Lord, I don't want my mommy to spank me. Amen. Oh, okay, so that shit was funny. Kids make me fucking laugh. Please, Lord, I don't want my mommy to spank me. Amen. Here you go, La. Aquarius, I believe in annoyed at first sight. Here you go. I want to be a nice person, but everyone is just so stupid. Oh man, that shit's funny. Look at that damn nuisance, look. My nuisance. I miss this damn freaking dog. It was just a damn nuisance in my life. Anyway. Simon Wilson has a new video. I'm getting flustered. I'm going to go watch the rest. All right. Good night, Tanya. I'm going to get out of here too. I got to get, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go get my ass to bed. Unless you want me to, stay here and hold your hand. Hold my hand, baby. Marty, what's going on, Marty? Fan my cards? Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. You want me to fan my cards? I'm gonna fan the fucking old ass ones here because it's a bigger fan. My twin flame. I just can't stop thinking about my twin flame. I just can't stop thinking about my twin flame, what it would be like to be walking on the beach in the sunset with my twin flame that don't even speak to me. I think they are, but I don't know. But I'm just going to go by what psychics tell me what twin flame means. There you go. There's your fanning flim twin flame. You too, Marty. Hasta mañana. Yeah, there you go. You can't say that I didn't do it. See? It's fucking, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning already. Some bullshit. Just me and my nephew. He's almost as tall as me now. Can sleep tonight now. That's good. You can sleep. Go to sleep, Christy. Go to sleep, Christina. Go to sleep, Christy. How do you say Christy in like Spanish? Where it says Christy? Christy. Hola, Christy. Oh, bueno. Obrigado, mi amor. Chega aqui, Cristina más. Mark está bem louco. Yes, I'm crazy. I know what that means. Bem louco. In Portuguese is tu és maluco. Christina. I won't call you that. Because it's not the same name. It's Christy. No, Christina. It's Christy. Christy. Muy bueno, Christy. Como é que te não chamas? Christy. Christy. And then me, some people say Marco. I say there's no Mark O, it's Marca. Not Mark O. If I wanted to be Marco, I'd be fucking Marco. And it's not Marcus or Marcus. It's a Marca. Oh, I'm sorry. The scoop. It's fucking Mark, yeah? Not Mark O. Not Marcus. It's Marca. Mark. I'm Mark. Winkel. Vamos aqui. Voila. I tell him it's Mark like the Bible, yeah? You know Mark from the Bible? You know? Oh, yes, Mark. I'm Mark. As the Portuguese always say, I'm Mark. Tá bom. Está bem. Yeah, man. All's good, bro. All right, Shawty. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to see if I can go to sleep. I need to get up early and go get this goddamn DJ piece. Fuck, man, I was annoyed today. My friend goes, bro, you're still playing the speaker through the damn internet, bro? I say, yeah. He goes, no, man, you got to get this piece. It's called an iRig. And I'm like, I ain't heard of that shit. I said, actually, I've heard of it, but I didn't need it. Everybody says they hear me clear as day. He goes, yeah, but when you plug into the channel to be with a bunch of people, you need the iRig. And I'm like, man, fuck. So now I got to go get the piece tomorrow. I was so pissed, man. I was so ready. I was so disappointed, but it's all good. I'll get it tomorrow. It's cool. We both have K in our name. Yes. Mark and Christy. When I was in school, there was a girl named Christy. I still speak to her. She's married, obviously, now. But when I was like 14, I think, I dated her. Her name was Christy. She was blonde and blue eyes. But we didn't go out for too long. It was like about 2 months or something. I gave her a teddy bear one time. When I won it at the fair, I gave her a teddy bear, yeah. She was my girlfriend, Christy. Yeah. We used to call her Mop Head because she had a big ass hair full of like a goddamn mop. Me and my cousin used to call her Mop Head. Me and my cousin both dated her too. Well, we were like 14 years old, 15, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, she was like a doorknob. Everybody got a turn. You can use that lyric if you want. You know me, I got them whole lyrics. Yeah. Somebody just sent me a PayPal question. Hold on, Christy. I got a question here from somebody, but I don't know. There's no one talking in here, but someone just sent me a PayPal, and somebody just sent me a PayPal to answer a question. So let me know if you're here so I can answer it. I was just about to leave, but I got this question. So you can go if you want. That's cool, but I have to answer this question. But if you want to stay, you can stay. I was just about to leave, but I got this question to do, but I don't see the person in here though. So if you're here, please make yourself known so I can answer your question. All right. Well, I'm going to answer the question. After that, I'm good. You were here in my earlier live, right? Yeah. I saw you this morning, didn't I? Yeah. I was wondering if you were here this morning. I know, right? Yeah. Sometimes they have to wait 5 minutes. Because I have a 5 minute period where if you're not a subscriber and you subscribe, you have to wait 5 minutes to talk. So I'll shuffle the cards, and answer the question. So when they come in, I can answer it. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, and then if I don't get nothing, I'm just gonna answer, and they can come back and get it if they want. I'm still working on that song. Don't think I forgot. All right. I meant to tell you that the other day. I meant to tell you, but I only have your email. So if you only want me to talk to you through there, then that's fine. But I was like, fuck, I forgot to do the damn thing. But I worked on it a little bit today. But I'll get it done. Yeah. Even practicing my psychic abilities and answering in my head before you answer with your cards. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, I don't blame you, especially what you do. It can get tiring for sure. Well, you can definitely practice your abilities and test yourself. And if you're answering it right, then that means you can do it, without cards, or you can do it, like that. So that's good. That's a good way to practice. Some people don't need cards. I don't really need cards. I can really ask spirit if I want to every damn question, but then I don't feel like listening to spirit all the time. Like, I feel more comfortable using cards and explaining it. And when I do mediumship, I'd rather hear, spirit. But even with mediumship, sometimes I'll pull some cards because there could be like a language barrier between me and the spirit, or nobody wants to come forth. And sometimes it's a pain in the ass. You got to use the cards too, even though you know mediumship stuff. Excuse me. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, if you listen to spirit, then you'll be fine. if you listen carefully, then you're good. Well, I think it's been 5 minutes. Let me check. I'm just gonna answer this question, and they can come back and check it if they want to. Yeah, it's been over 5 minutes already, so I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just gonna answer the question. All right, to the person, I don't like saying people's names because some people are very private. So the person who PayPal me and asked me a question about whether or not you and your baby daddy are going to be together again in a relationship, what I'm getting is that spirit doesn't even want this person come back into your life. They feel that you can do this all on your own. This person does not want to come back into your life. Your baby daddy don't want to come back into your life. This guy is a King of Cups reverse. He's very temperamental, argumentative. He's dishonest. He's going to lie to you. He's going to be very crafty to get what he wants from you. This person is very envious and jealous, and they have bad debts. They won't be able to help you financially. And I know you want this to work. I know your desire is to recover this and be back with this person so you can be a family. But I don't see that happening this year. I don't see it happening from now to the end of the year. And what I get is spirit telling me that you are the Queen of Pentacles. That means you are very comfortable with your life. You can handle it all on your own, even though it sucks being a single mom. But spirit's saying that they're going to help you, and you have a lot of dignity, and you feel secure, and you feel comfortable with your life, but you would rather have him there with you. But this person doesn't want to come back. This person doesn't want to be involved. That's why they left in the first place. And sometimes there's deadbeat, people in your life but for right now, I would say from now until the rest of this year, it doesn't really look like he's going to come back. And if he were to come back, which I don't see, if he were to come back, he's not going to be of any use to you. Because it doesn't look like he's going to give up himself or his life to come back to you. He might deal with the child. It's possible he can deal with the child and advance towards the child or deal with him at some point. But he might show some sort of activity. But he'll be very precautious to make sure that you don't think he's going to come back into your life. But there's a lot of selfishness on his part and him not willing to help you, unfortunately. That's sad, but that's what I got. But either way, you show up as the Queen of Pentacles, which is a woman that doesn't need anybody but herself and can fend for herself, has a good job, possibly has money, can take care of her baby and herself. So hopefully you heard that, and hopefully you listened to it. And that's your answer. Looks like it's just me and you in here. I don't really see nobody else, but anyway. I've been on here too long. I'm going to go sleep. But yeah. But that's good, Christy. That's good that you're practicing and doing that. I always encourage people like you who have a gift to go on your own and do it. Start a channel and do what I do. It's fun. If you need help with that, I can help you. If you have a channel already and you're keeping it secret from me, that's cool too. I see how it is. If you want me to be, sure, I wouldn't mind. That's not the first person I've mentored. You're already learning in here? Apparently. I wouldn't say I mentored Marley, but I've helped everyone. I've mentored a few people, yeah, but I've taught people how to read tarot and taught them how to answer questions different ways. It's more like I've given with Marley. I gave her the confidence to go for it. She already is a good reader. I used to go to her to get questions answered because I trust her. She's informative. But what I did with Marley was help her get her help her get her confidence up and help her have the confidence, to do it and give her like the encouragement and things like that. Yeah. But she's already a good reader. She's a good tarot reader. She's not psychic or anything. She's just a good reader. She just does tarot cards and stuff. But she's very good at it. She's very informative. The way she reads cards is totally different from me, but she's good. That's why I sent you over there that day. She's a great friend of mine. Her and I have done we've done 2 collabs in the past. I've known her for a while now. Yeah, she's good. That's why I sent you there. See, I'm not a fucking hater, you know what I'm saying? I send people to my friends, and that's why I got you a reading that day. I wanted you to see, other people that I know that are good. I only recommend good fucking people. So yeah, she's good. She's very good. Her and I is gonna collab again. Soon as her daughter's last day of school was yesterday. So maybe on the holiday weekend this weekend we might do a collab together. Cause she was in my live this morning fucking cracking up when I was going off, which I didn't want to do, but anyway, this morning was hectic and crazy, and sometimes I wish I don't have to go through things like that, but yeah, she was in my live turning up. She was like in there dying. She loves my saying. See, I say shit like serious, but it's funny at the same time, right? See, I talked to her earlier today on Instagram. She was asking me if I was cool and whatnot. I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm over all that shit now. It's all done and over with. There's no reason to keep going on and on. Sometimes you just got to put your foot down and then move on. So that's not who I want to be. But yeah, she's cool as fuck. Yeah, she's funny. She loves talking shit with me all the time. So you said I have issue. You have issues with delivery. So like, what do you mean? Like on how to explain what the answer is to the person, you mean? And you want Jesus. I got more today. Honestly, I try to turn negativity into positivity, So that's why I did that shit. Like, just like make a mockery out of the devil sometimes, Something like that. So what exactly, like, because when you say like I have issues with the delivery, so say if you pull cards, like you explain it in a way where you think you can explain it more, or you don't really know how to really like explain it. So when I see the cards, I know what I'm feeling and seeing, but explaining the message is not so really. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. Well, that's the key to learning what the cards mean and how to say it. See, that's why I explain to a lot of people. When you're a really good card reader, you can like when you get really used to it and you really know your cards, you can pull more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, whatever you want, right? I've seen readers pull up to like 20 fucking cards to answer a damn question, which is unnecessary in my opinion. But when I say that, people get mad. But when you're yeah, I don't like doing all that. When I answer somebody's question, it's a maximum of 4 cards. So I'll shuffle and I'll pull the first 3 cards, and then I'll flip the bottom of the deck over and the bottom deck is like the last like clarification card type of thing. So I'll read all three cards from left to right. I don't do past, present, future. I don't do that shit. What I do is I take all three, and usually all three, right, are going to either be the person you're asking about, or you're going to like you're going to get like a person. And then some people don't look at the gender. They just say, okay, well, there's a Queen of Pentacles or whatever. But see, I always look at the gender, because when I do that, 90% of the time I'm right. Sometimes I'll say, oh, it looks like you have a child here. So I got a girl here because there's a girl in the card. And the person would say, no, I don't have a girl, I have a boy. But yes, they are the same age you're saying. So sometimes when that happens, then sometimes the cards you pull can't always be the right gender, right? But it's the right age limit. So sometimes I would say the sex of the person, and sometimes I'll just say a child. You got me? So now I don't. When you feel like you have to say it, yeah, the page of any page is a child to me. But some people don't look at it like that. They don't look at the age or the gender. They just say the meaning of the actual card. But it all depends on what question you're answering. You see what I'm saying? So it's a science to it. You have to put it into an answer that works. So, but my whole thing is this: it doesn't make sense pulling a shit ton of cards. But if you want to, and some people I know, it works perfectly fine. They answer the question. But you're also confusing yourself by turning over another card and another card and another card. Because when you pull cards, the first couple cards, you actually think in your mind sometimes, like, this is what I think. If I'm a spirit, right, and I'm giving you power to read somebody, you honestly think that I'm gonna make the first 10 cards answer your question? You think I'm that fucking good where I'm gonna go into your deck and you're gonna pull all fucking 10 of these cards and it's all gonna work? So I'm thinking at it as a spirit perspective too. Like, fuck, you're making this spirit work extra hard to make sure the first 10 cards answer that question. But people don't think about it that way. They don't think that spirit has to fucking make sure that you pull those 10 perfect cards to answer that question. You got me? But tarot is so unique in a way where a lot of cards mean the same thing. You got me? So if you have like the Four of Swords reversed, to me it's like recovering what you lost, putting in activity because you can, but still being precautious at the same time. Now, the same thing to me that means is like, it could mean like the Chariot upright, like moving forward, putting in effort, trying to get back what you lost, trying to make up time, shit like that. So if those two cards came out, it'll mean like almost the same shit. You got me? So like when you read cards, it's unnecessary to like kind of do too much. So, but some people do it because they have a big spirit team making sure that you don't look like an idiot pulling all those cards. And then again, a lot of readers, what I see readers do sometimes is they'll flip over 10 cards. But after they see it's getting difficult, they'll go back to the first 3. I notice that all the time. I notice that every time that they'll go back to the first 3 and say, well, I see all of this shit here, but let's go back to the beginning where we saw this, and this, and then those last couple cards you pull are irrelevant. You kind of like, you don't even go back to them because they don't make no sense. Yeah, I just feel like me personally, but see, if I say this to if I say this right now, which I just did, a person that pulls 10 cards can say, I don't care what you fucking say. Because when I pull those 10 cards, they all work and I answered. So fuck you, Mark, and get all mad. But I'm not dissing a person that does it. I'm just saying I feel personally that it's unnecessary. Because when you pull all 10 of those cards, you're still going to go back to the very beginning. Because those are the ones that actually are more powerful than the rest. As you keep going, it's not going to make no sense to me. That's me personally. I just don't see what the point of that is. Because you're asking a question, right? So the first 3 to 4 cards is going to answer. You just got to make sure you make all 4 of those cards answer the damn question. You don't need 10 cards to answer one question. You just need a couple. You can answer a question with 1 card. Every card has multiple meanings. And when you have them all together, they make a storyline. They make the answer even more full. Because if you say to me, oh, does this person so-and-so, what did they feel about me? So I pull 3 cards and I get this, and this. And then I have the last card that I flipped over on the bottom. Then I'm going to say, well, what I see here is, you said a guy, does this guy have feelings for you or whatever? What is his feelings? Sometimes these cards come out, there's no feelings in there. So that means there is none. That person don't feel nothing for you. But if I say that, God forbid, oh, but, well, I mean, you're right, because, I'm not speaking to him right now. See, that's why I tell people it's so important. When you ask a question, right, you have to make sure you're asking about a person you actually speak to real life, like right now. If there's no energy exchange from you and that person, then those cards are going to say that person don't fucking care about you. Because how is the card supposed to read a non-existent energy? So when the cards come out, it's all going to be reversed. And some people are going to be like, kind of don't want to hurt your feelings. So that's when they pull more cards to try and find and justify the answer so you don't get butthurt. Because so-and-so don't feel nothing for you. Instead of just being honest and just say, look, I don't get nothing here at all. I have no problem saying that. But I'm not doing it to hurt your feelings. I'm doing it because Spirit told me that answer. It was like that girl that came in here earlier and asked me about the guy Mark. What did I say? I was like, I don't see nothing going on. And she says, yeah, that makes so much sense. Because at the end of the day, if there's no energy exchange between you and a person, it don't make sense asking. Because the cards ain't going to tell you nothing. It ain't going to tell you that person likes you. How is a person supposed to like you if they never even met you or never talked to you? You know? So that's like, I talk to you, right? All the time on here, right? But you and I have never video chatted and we've never seen each other in real life, right? So if I went to a psychic and said, oh, how does Christy feel about me? Like, does she think about me? They're just going to get bullshit because there's never been an exchange of energy. There might be a little something there that says something like, but there has to be some type of a physical appearance look, like a video chat or like, because we're not in the same place, right? And even that like seeing each other, that still is not a real energy exchange. It is, but not really. Or because you see that person once doesn't mean that there's an energy exchange and a like a thing. You see what I'm saying? That's why I use that example. Well, if you have a question, right, where you have 3 different options, what you do is you take the deck and you say, somebody says, hey, look, I have 3 jobs that I want. What job do you think I'm gonna get? So if I said Sears Walmart, Target. So what you do is you say in your mind as you're shuffling the cards, Spirit, Christy wants to know, she's got 3 options, Sears, Walmart, Target. So when I pull 3 cards, the first card is going to be Sears, the second card is going to be Walmart, and the third card is going to be Target, right? And I want you to give me a yes and no answer with all 3 cards. And how I want it is, if the card is upright, no matter what it is, it's a yes. And if the answer to that card that I pull, right, 1 Sears, 2 Walmart, and 3 Target. So as I pull those 3 cards, I want you to tell me yes or no with all 3 cards. So the first card I pull, right, it says 4 of Swords reversed, so no to Sears. The second card I pull says no to Walmart. And the third card I pull, it says it's upright, but it's the Ace of Swords. It's the 8 of Swords upright. So it's a bad card, but you're not asking about the card. You're asking about upright and reverse, no matter what it is. You got me? So the last card is upright, but it's the 8 of Swords. So the first thing in your mind is going to be like, fuck, the 8 of Swords upright is no. But I ask Spirit to give me an upright card, no matter what it is, to tell me yes, just for the answer. That's how I do it. So if I get the 8 of Swords upright and everything else is reversed, I'm going to say, well, the only yes I got, sweetheart, is Target. But that's not what you're asking. You see what I'm saying? That's the key to answering those questions. Because if you do it the other way, it's going to be no, no, no. Then the person's going to be like, so what? I can't get a job at any of those places? Are you fucking dumb? What type of reader are you? Never mind. I'm going to fucking talk to Mark. Fuck this shit. You got me? So you have to explain that to Spirit. You have to explain it as you pull the cards, because you control what you want them to do. So if you get that bad card, let's just say you get that 8 of Swords, but you're not asking to give them a meaning. You're asking them for the yes and no yes and no answer. No matter what card it is, you have to tell Spirit, no matter what card you give me, I need a yes or no answer. Now, if you got yes for every single one, then you can tell the person, look, I feel like you can get a job at any of those places. Even if you got 2 out of 3, right? You got King of Cups upright and you got an Ace of Swords upright. But you still don't say, oh, I got the King of Cups and it's better than Walmart for one. That was 8 of Swords. But I got the upright for Sears, but it was a better card. You still don't do that. You say both is a good option, because you never ask Spirit to give you the meaning. You ask them for a card to tell you yes or no. No matter what it is, but you have to make sure you say that shit. Even if you want a yes. Look, remember Lisa that came in here? And she said, well, I got a new car, right? A used car, a fixed car, right? Or a borrowed car. So you know what I did? I did the same thing. I shuffled all the cards, right? And I said, Spirit, give me a yes or no answer for the new car. I pulled one card. It said no. Then I shuffled the cards again. Will she get a fixed up car? Yes. And I think the card was 4 of Pentacles or something like that, right? So then I asked again for the borrowed car, and it said no. That's why it's very important to tell Spirit what you want and also use uprights and reversals so you can do it that way. So that's what I teach people how to do things. You do it that way, but you have to say it right. You have to say it right. And even when people ask you a question, you have to change that wording of the question to answer the cards can answer. And what I mean by that is, if you say, what love do I have coming in? People are famous for saying that. What do I have coming for me? What is coming for me? A lot of things is coming for you. Your fucking bills, rain, sunshine. You're gonna take a shit. You're gonna eat. Those are the things coming towards you. You got to be very specific. So I'll say in my mind, this person, Christy, would like to know what are things coming towards her as far as, what you can tell me in the cards, anything in general. And I'll just like pull shit and I'll say, okay, yeah, you got this coming. A person's gonna come to you. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's just like when you say, when am I gonna have love coming in? You can get a dog and start loving your dog. You can love yourself. You can love your mother, your father, your sister, your child. That's love coming in. Love is everything. Love is everybody. You have to be specific. When do you see a love partner? When do you see a potential love partner coming my way? When do you see a love relationship between me and a man? When do you see a love relationship with me and a woman? And when you say when, you can't just pull cards on that. You have to say in your mind, I'm gonna do it within a 3-month radius. That's what I do. And I'll say, look, in the next 3 months, I feel like this is gonna happen. I never go over 3 months. And if I do, it's because I feel like I have to do the whole year or the whole 6 months or the next month or whatever. And when somebody says, hey, can I have a journal? I'll say in my mind, please give me a journal for the next 30 days, for the next month. Tell me what this person can expect. You got me? So you have to work with what's most important. You have to tell spirit exactly what you want. You have to word it very properly. You can't just say regular shit because it ain't gonna make no sense. Spirit's gonna be like, for fuck's sake. Exactly. So, like you told me a while ago that my time limit expired. When I told you about whatever I told you about, you said my time limit, my reading expired, right? So I don't know if you asked for a time limit or I gave you that. See what I'm saying? So that's another thing that maybe I went off of what your cards were, or you actually met somebody in that time frame that's a potential partner coming up, or is somebody that, can end up being, because sometimes when you answer something, you end up meeting somebody, but not in a love way. You just meet them and then end up being in love with them. If I said that, then I was probably because the cards were telling me that. So if I said your love life should get better in 30 days, maybe you met someone in those 30 days that can be a potential, but it didn't go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? That could be it too. And I'm not trying to justify the answer. It just happens. Right. So if I said 30 days, that means it was a chance, a window of opportunity, or spirit saw a window of opportunity, or spirit let you see the person you can potentially be with. See what I'm saying? Because sometimes spirit ain't going to tell you every last thing. Like they might, and then they're going to be like, nah, bro, you're going to have to wait. And then you can't really control the person that you're going to deal with, because they also, spirit can't like grab them and put them in a fucking door in a room and say, you can't meet Christy yet. Fuck that shit, Or I know Mark told her 30 days, but fuck that. We can't let this mofo in. You know what I'm saying? So those things can happen, and then that person, something can happen to them, because everything is not set in stone. That's why I tell people, like, it might happen, it might not. And then if you're the type of person where everything I say happens, you're lucky. And if you're a person that doesn't have things happen sometimes, then that means that spirit doesn't want you to know the answer. So they're going to give you an answer of kind of hope and kind of like string you along a bit because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And sometimes you just can't be read properly. You see what I'm saying? I've been read by tons of people and they've never been right about my love life. Never. It just doesn't happen. But they're right about my work. They're right about life and who I meet or people that I'm around. It just sometimes you just can't be read that way. Spirit don't want to tell you that shit. But spirit will put you together with somebody that you could potentially be with, but it's a task to be with that person. So you end up saying, nah, I'm good. You got me? So I feel like spirit puts you in a place with someone, but it's difficult. You know? Like you kind of say, I wonder if it's this person, you know? And then you say, but I'm gonna have to go through so much shit because you want an easy route. You want an easy way. You think that finding somebody is gonna be easy, but it's not. You got me? So when I meet a new person, I automatically say, maybe this is gonna be the one, like, you know, we'll see what happens. Like, and then you say to yourself, nah, I'm good. Fuck that shit. So you ruin your own reading sometimes because you don't want to go the extra mile. And a lot of women, things don't happen to them because they think the man has to do everything. So that's why a lot of women's readings, love readings, don't happen. Because the woman's saying, oh, this is the guy I'm supposed to, oh, hell no, I don't know what this fucking guy. But little do you know, that's the guy you should be with, but you don't want him because you're too picky or you have a preference and you don't want that person. So you ruin your reading and you ruin your chance of being with somebody decent. And that's the truth. It is the truth. You know? So if your reading, your love life readings don't really happen, it's because you're not doing your part. You're not doing your part. Or the person that's meant to be with you said, fuck you, I don't want you. But most women don't want what's best for them, unfortunately. It's more women than men, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a man, because a man would take any woman sometimes because they want some coochie and they want some love and they want to, you know, they want nothing but sex and someone to take care of them or just somebody, a companion or a partner. Where a woman's like, nah, I'm good. You know, and then they're like, oh no, hell no, you're not my type, or you need to make certain amount of money, or you know, I don't like you because this, or they meet somebody in another country and they're like, oh fuck that, I ain't doing that. You know, or he's got to do everything for me. So a lot of women ain't gonna find no decent guy because a decent guy is gonna look at you and say, fuck you too. You got me? So people ruin their own reading sometimes, and people ruin their own destiny and their own fate, because they're too picky and they just don't see what's right in front of them is the right thing. It happens though. Everybody has a preference, see, but you can't always get what you want. It don't work that way. I'm sure every woman wants a fucking handsome looking man with a fucking 6-pack, $1 million, and she can sit on her ass all day and do nothing. I'm sure a lot of people want that. And just like I want a rich ass woman to fucking keep me home all day and pay my bills and get on her knees, sure. Come home to open legs. You think a guy don't want that? Of course they do. But some people have that stupid mentality that the only thing they feel love is sex. Or they only have one thing on their mind, coming home to some coochie every night. See, that's why spirit don't give you what you want sometimes, because you want the wrong thing with the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? It's desperate shit. So if you preach out into the universe, I want a person that is loyal to me, See, a lot of people don't understand what you wish for actually happens. So if you say, please, Spirit, I want a man. I want a man that I'm attracted to. I want a man that rocks my world. I want a man with money. So God's like, our Spirit's like, oh, really? Okay, I'll give you one. Then they give you one. But you forgot to ask for trust, honesty, love, protection, and happiness. You forgot to ask for the 5 main things. All you want is money, dick, Louis Vuitton, a house, a car, and just stay the fuck home and lay on your back. That's what you forgot. You asked for the wrong things. So you got the wrong man. Because your mentality screwed up from jump. So the Spirit's like, okay, dumbass, we'll give you this dumb clown. Here's this dumbass. He's next on the list to break your heart and cheat on your dumbass and kick you out of the house that he owns. So you don't ask for the right things. And everybody laughs at me when I say what I'm about to say. I said, I asked God for a woman that will never cheat on me, because that's my biggest fear in a relationship, is a woman to cheat on me. Because I think that's the most disrespectful thing you can do to a human being in your life. That to me is the most disrespectful thing. If you're with me, you should be with me. If you don't want to be with me no more, then tell me and then leave and do whatever you want with anybody else. I'll totally respect it if you do it that way. But if you cheat on me during our relationship or during our marriage, to me, that's the most disrespectful thing in the world, to me. Exactly. I would rather you tell me after 5, 6, 7, 20 years, look, Mark, I'm not attracted to you no more. The sex is great, but I just need a different person. I just can't be with you no more. And I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll start rubbing my hands together. Good. Bye. I'll always have in the back of my mind that she cheated. Because why you want to leave me? And you're telling me everything's good, but you just can't. You don't fucking find me, you don't want to, you lost your love for me or whatever. That just tells me you want outside dick, or you have a chance for it, or some dumb asshole you talked to fluffered your feathers and told you how beautiful you are. Meanwhile, you're getting older and older. And then that man's object was to get you away from me, wreck your home, wreck your marriage, and then fuck you and leave you. Because if another person comes in your life, knows that you're married, and challenges that and takes that from you, then that means that you were the weakest link in the marriage. You got me? So because I asked God in spirit for a woman that would never cheat on me, I haven't got one yet. Because to find that is to find gold. Is to find a life partner. That's the most hardest thing in 2026 right now, is to find somebody that will never do that. You can tell me you won't do it, but are you being serious? You have to prove it. You have to really be serious. That's the biggest issue for me in relationships right now. In 2026, you can't really find nobody that's going to be that loyal. If you know you'll be that person, then that's great. You're still going to have to prove it. So if I tell you, look, baby, I'll never cheat on you. Fuck that shit. I'm never cheating. I never will. But you're going to look at me and say, but you talk to bitches all day. You talk to women all day. You talk to hoes all day. You talk to nice women all day. So what makes me think that you're actually loyal? So a woman's always going to look at me different because of what I do, right? So that's up to you to allow me to show you the trust and to gain that trust. And how am I know? And then you have to ask yourself this. So for instance, if I met you, right, in real life, you don't know me and I don't know you. So if you have a body count syndrome, right? And say, I wonder what Mark's body count is. And I'm saying to myself, I wonder what her body count is, or if that bothers you, if that is a real thing in your mind. See, there's so many things that we can dispute about a relationship. If you're really worried about body counts, if you're really worried about somebody who changed their life, somebody could have been a hoe their whole life and now they want to change. They're hanging up their boots for good. Or you made a lot of mistakes when you were young and had sex, and been with too many people, but now you realize as you're older that you made a big mistake. A lot of us go through bad things. You're a father or a mother, or somebody dies and you just let yourself loose and you end up doing dumb shit and you regret it. So you think that how am I gonna be loyal or truthful, and if my girl says, how many people you've been with, if that even cares. And you can lie, obviously, but you got to live with that, you see. And then when you're with the person in a serious relationship or marriage, what are you gonna do? Put a GPS in between their ass cheeks? Or you're gonna put a GPS on them everywhere they go because you're insecure, you can't trust them? So if you want to live that life, how are you gonna have a real relationship? Yeah, exactly. So, hey, Lisa. So my whole thing is this: you can't go into a relationship in 2026 with high expectations. The only thing you could do is have confident expectations that this can possibly work, and don't put too much investment and time into something if you don't see it going anywhere. And that's the reason why I'm probably the way I am, because when I start to get to know somebody, that first red flag, I'm like, hell no. That happened for a reason. I think she lied to me just now. Let me fucking confirm this shit. Or, all of a sudden you start acting weird. I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I think she's lying. There's some shady shit going on. So you're like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gone. So if you're that smart, you'll get away with no broken heart and no fucking weirdo in your life. But see, people are so desperate for a relationship, you know? You're so desperate for a relationship that you will say fuck everything. Fuck that notion in my mind that person's not good. That's the fucked up part. Do you see any red flags about Moy who meet you? Nah, I don't. Cause I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that. So I don't see no red flags. I'll see red flags if you fucking irritate me, yeah? Or I can feel your energy and I'll be like, no. So that's just it. You're good, man. You ain't done nothing wrong to me, so you're good. I don't see no red flags if you know. But you see what I mean? What I've just explained the past couple minutes is what we all think. But some of us don't have a brain to think like that. You just think that everything's going to be all right. You see what I'm saying? So relationships are probably the most difficult thing in the world to deal with. Because right now, in this day and age, it's really hard. Well, to me, if my girlfriend likes an opposite team or my enemy team, we're gonna probably have a problem. Because when my team wins, she ain't gonna give me no coochie. Cause I'm gonna tease her about how shitty her team is. And then she's gonna be like, I'm not giving you no coochie tonight because your team beat mine. Fuck you, Mark. I'll be like, I'm gonna make you a deal, sweetheart. If my team wins, you gotta treat me like a king. You gotta do everything I tell you to do. And if my team loses, that means I gotta give you a massage and massage your crusty ass toes, woman. Hold on a second. I gotta close my damn door here. Which is not bad. You have cute toes? All right, good. If you have cute toes, then that's great. I like cute toes, not crusty. You ain't even gotta have nail polish on them. It's cool. As long as they don't overlap each other and crisscross and shit, and one is longer than the other like that, already flip flop. I can't have none of that shit. Yeah, no lint. No lint in between the damn toes when you take your fucking socks off and all that shit. And no six toe. I already have one of those. I already had a six toe hoe. I don't need another one. And but I feel like relationships are like very difficult because people expect too much and they get nothing. And I think most women make a big mistake by, I think everybody, not, I'm not even going to say women. I think women and men make a huge mistake going too fast, too soon. And I also feel that people make a big mistake not living with each other before you get married. You in this, if you're at my age or you're like in your 30s and 40s, even in your 20s, bro, you need to live with that person. Okay, date them for a couple months, and then like after like the sixth month, you already know like where you are pretty much. And then when it gets to a year, then that's when you should say, okay, we've been together for a year. It's our 1 year anniversary. Where do we go from here, baby? All right, well, look, I think we should live with each other. That's what I would do. And I tell people this all the time. This is my story. You know, if I've dated you for a whole year goes by fast. So if I'm dating you, right? And then in the ninth month that we're together, you know, we end up sleeping at each other's place every, once in a while. So we're having sex, obviously, and then we're sleeping with each other. So then you're already getting used to being with each other in the same bed, same place, or your apartment, my apartment, whatever. And then after a whole year goes by, you pretty much know each other pretty decent. And then you say, okay, I'm going to live with you every fucking day for a whole year. And if I can tolerate your ass for a whole year and live with you for a whole year, then I'll think about marrying you or maybe getting engaged and being engaged for another year. And then we'll see what life is like being engaged to you for a whole year. Because when they get your little ring on your finger, you think that you own everything or you want to have everything more, and then you get impatient. So that's the thing. There's a lot of shit to tolerate, and there's a lot of work to do before you actually really know that person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Because remember, when you get married, that should be forever. Should be forever, but it's not. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's a failed marriage because one don't want to do the other. You end up losing each other as you go on. And in a relationship, there should always be like a renewal. Every couple months, there should be like a renewal of a new thing to do so your life doesn't get boring. So, for instance, if I'm married to you for a whole year and I've known you for 4 years, dated, lived with you, and then we finally get married in our third or fourth year. So, we're married for a whole year now. And then you're like just, doing whatever. But one of you or both of you should come up with a plan to make your lives more exciting together, not separately, together. But if you do everything all the time together and you need to be away from each other, make sure it's nothing that's going to provoke you to cheat or be in an environment where you can get something bad happen to you. You got me? So those are for the people who want that. That's my advice. But I think that the more you're single, the more you get comfortable with it. So when you do have somebody, you're kind of like, nah, I don't even want this shit no more. Like, I don't even want this person because I was better off by my fucking self. And I think there's more single people in the world than there is married now. I actually think that the percentage is very much like 60-40. 60 people, 60% of the people in the world are single, and maybe 40% of the people are married. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the ratio right now in today's world. I really do think that. I might be wrong, but I think that that's the percentile, to be honest. You said, I don't know how to handle snoring, sleeping in another room, wearing Apple Max headphones, or getting sleep at all. You know, if you have a person sleeping next to you that snores a lot, my solution to that, right, is to go to another room. Like if you have a two-bedroom house, go to the other bed. As soon as you hear that snoring, go to the other bed. That's it. So that solves the issue. And then, if your partner doesn't like that, then you tell him, look, well, you're gonna have to find somebody to not fucking snore. And that ain't gonna happen. Unless you get one of those non-snoring things you put in your fucking mouth or whatever. That's what my mom did, you know. My mom, I would say, hey mom, you all right? No. What happened? Yeah, daddy snores so much I can't sleep. And then I go, hey, you snore too much. He goes, hey, but let me sleep, leave me alone. I don't hear myself snore. So you know what I do? I get up, I go to your room, and I go sleep in your bed. And I don't care, he sleep there all the time. And then sometimes he has like a rotten ass, right? And he'll fart and he'll like stink up the whole fucking bed, the whole bedroom. Jimmy goes, oh, your father eat red bean soup and his ass stinks so much it's like poison. So I said, to hell with that. I'm gonna go to your room. I'm gonna sleep in your room because I don't want to smell his dirty ass. Hey, fuck, I started laughing. But I said, oh, the married life, the great married life. And you guys are talking shit about me thinking I'm enjoying my fucking single life. When I go sleep tonight and every night, I take off all my clothes and I sleep naked in my bed. And if I had a girl, she'd probably be like, oh, babe, you should put on clothes. Bitch, get out of my bed. If you can't sleep in this bed with me naked, then I don't want you ain't gotta come in here. Go downstairs, go sleep in the fucking couch. Or go home and go sleep in your fucking bed. But if you can't deal with me sleeping naked, then I can't deal with you then. I don't mind if you're not naked. I don't give a fuck what you do. But I'm gonna be naked in bed every day. I want no underwear, no nothing. I go straight bed commando style. I want my shit to not get tangled up in my fucking drawers and my fucking shirt all twisted up, choking me all goddamn night. Hell no, it's too hot for that shit. I live in Bermuda, bruh. Even with the air conditioning on, I need to sleep like that because I can't sleep with no clothes on. Fuck that. I never like that. I hate it. But that's just the way it is. That's just me. Marilyn said I just googled this. Couples who cohabited before getting engaged have a roughly 30 to 50% higher risk of divorce compared to those who wait until after the marriage to move in together. I don't believe that. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. I think the more you get to know but somebody, the better it gets, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Oh, a higher risk of divorce. Yeah, because they probably get fed up of each other. That could be it too. But to me, I rather like be with each other before we get married. I'm not getting married to you and then moving in with you. Hell no. That's the dumbest thing in the world to do, in my opinion. I'm the other way around. I don't want to like get married to you and then finally live with you. Hell no. So what if I live with you and I don't want to? I can't tolerate you while I live. I was better off when we were separated. Oh hell no. You know what? Another thing that I think about sometimes, if I find a woman that never wants to get married, but we guys are gonna be together, but never actually tie the knot. So if anything happens, we just go our way, then that's fine. I can deal with that too. I don't have to be married to you to treat you the same way if I was married. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing. We don't have to get married. We don't have to. If you want a ring, then yeah, you can lie to people and tell me you're married. Yeah, tell them you're married, but we're really not. So if you don't never want to get married, but you want to be together with me forever, then that's fine too. I'm fine with that. I don't have I don't have to get married. Amen, Lisa. Paper doesn't change what's on your heart. And I know couples that have never been married and they're still together and got kids and got separate names and all that shit. They don't care. Marnie said, why get married if you are going to live together? What's the point of marriage? Exactly. Yeah. 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 Well, that's my parents. They were married for 58 years and they never had no issues like that. Yeah. There's a lot of ways that we can look at it. But me personally, I feel like the more I get to know you, the better I feel with you, marriage or not. And I'm the type of person that if I get into a relationship and I'm with you for a whole year and we say to ourselves, hey baby, it's been a whole year today, May, whatever. It's been a whole year we've been together. Can you believe that? Yes, I love you, baby. I love you, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And you just keep moving on and just keep going. No talk of marriage, no, none of that bullshit. You're there, I'm here, you're in your house, I'm in my house, whatever. You can still have that bond, you know? But if you're like insecure and you're like, you have to be that person, you're clingy, it ain't gonna work. You both have to have that mentality. Like I said earlier, you gotta have confident expectations instead of high expectations. If you're a needy person and you need to be with your man every day, you need to be with your woman all the time, 24/7. No, no. That's when it goes south. That's when your marriage gets fucking worse, or your relationship gets worse because you're up each other's ass all the time. You have to give each other a give and take. You have to have space. You have to have time away from each other. Not to go fuck someone else, but to like have a break. I don't want to be around you all fucking day. I don't want you around me all goddamn night either. I don't need to be with you every single day. No. Go hang out with your mother. Go hang out with your best friend. Go hang out with your whatever. Go hang out with some fucking buddy. Go to work. Leave me alone. Don't aggravate me all fucking day. No. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Do you pull cards for people? Of course I do. I pull cards for you too. Simon was great. Did you get sex excited? Well, that's the thing, Christy. People have their cake and eat it too. I'm the type of person I can't be with somebody. Yes, man. He falls backwards on his bed. It drives me crazy. Pull one card about what, though? I don't get what you mean. What do you want me to pull a card on? I'm lost here. I'm trying to I'm trying to deal with everybody, but I don't know what you mean. Did you pull cards for people? I said, did you not do you pull one card? I don't know what you mean. What do you want me to pull a card on? I'm lost. It's 2:15 in the morning. Oh. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do an oracle card for everybody. Yes. It's called an oracle card, not a regular card. I did that when you came in. When you super chatted me, I was just about to pull cards for people, and then after I did your card, I did it. I can pull you a card if you want one. That's all you have to say. Mark, can you pull me an oracle card or a card tonight, please, for me? I miss mine. Now I know what you mean. You got to be specific, see. Or oracle card, a free card for you. Now I know what you mean. I mean, you got me confused. It's too late to be fucking thinking, you know. Would you like one, Marilyn? I was pulling these funny cards today for everybody. I'll give you one. All right, Marilyn, your card says make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. I like that card. There you go. Amen. Look, I knew that was coming. Look, I demand a redraw. She don't want to be told what to do, see? She's like, nah, I don't care. I make the choices I fucking want to make. I know I make fucking bad choices. But you ain't telling me no. Fuck you and your choices then. That's what you're gonna. That's what you said to me just now. No, redraw. You better give me a different card, Mark. Fuck that shit. I ain't changing my damn choices. All right, Marilyn. Too bad. That's your card. See, Spirit, they telling you make better fucking choices. See. You shouldn't have asked for a card. See, now you got the truth. Yeah, these cards are funny as shit. I like them. Mine told me get off my ass again and do some work. I know it's true. I got to, but I don't even feel like it. I don't give a fuck. All right, guys. I need to get the fuck out of here. I've been on here for 3.5 hours. Holy shit. Lisa, did I give you a card, Lisa? If you want one, I'll give you one before I go. I don't know if I gave you one or not, or if you even wanted one. See, look, Marilyn. Yeah, at least you admit it. No one has to tell me that. I already know I have to make better fucking choices. See? That's Spirit telling you, make better choices. If you don't like where you are now, see? I think that card applies to mostly everybody. All right, I'll give you one, Lisa, before I go. So I don't want you to say that I'm fucked up and didn't give you a card. Things I gotta do for you damn people, I tell you. Lisa's gonna be like, Mark don't love me no more. He didn't give me a card. All right, Lisa. I know I'm gonna tease you. All right, Lisa, you got laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Laugh, Lisa. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? See that? Laugh, laugh, laugh. I laugh every day. All day, every day. It's the best thing in the world. You gotta laugh, man. All right, I'm gonna go watch the Eyelid channel. Oh, as long as you laugh at yourself and others, that's good. All right, ladies, I will see you all tomorrow. I've been on here way too fucking long. And I'm gonna go sleep. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point in time. I'll be here. I'm gonna try and get off my ass and do what I gotta do. This weekend is gonna be a long weekend. It's Bermuda holiday. It's a holiday here on Friday, and we have Saturday and Sunday off too. But yeah, it's Bermuda Day on Friday. So, and then for you guys in the United States, you got Monday off because it's like what Memorial? No, I don't know. I don't know what it is, Memorial Day or some bullshit like that. I don't know. I know you guys got a holiday on Monday, so you got a long weekend, and so do I. Just different types of weekends. All right, mwah. Love you guys. Always fun having you guys here and talking shit. I'll try and bring like a different deck down and put some of these other decks back up, some funny shit like that. I have a lot of funny decks and stuff. So I will see you all tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful day. I know a lot of you are nowhere near my time. It's 2:24. As you see above my head, it's 2:25 in the morning. I need to get my ass to sleep. All right, love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.